Warning! The following episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on this show are reflective of AJ Orsini, the Steve Dave, and their guest exclusively. Seriously, guys, my dada and uncle say some pretty crazy stuff. If it offends you, go be butthurt somewhere else.
Right now, as a matter of fact. So before Night of Champions, we made a bold statement. Well, I made a bold statement. He co-signed the statement. I said officially here on the show, I'm going to make a declaration. This was the declaration. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to face it.
He's going over.
This is going to be it. This is it. Sami Zayn is going to win the WWE Championship. You heard it here first.
You're right.
Now,
congratulations.
This has that vibe.
Oh,
yeah, you heard it here first.
May it
Chad
not be
Gable
90s.
will win the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam in Minneapolis. It's going to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Minds, and now your host, AJ Orsini with Dave.
You never know.
He's here.
Shout out to the guy who made that song, dude. That shit. Every time it was already good when I first heard it, but it's grown on me. You know it's bad when it's good and then it grows on you. It's even better.
Shout out to Greg Massey for putting together
That
the
shit is
Orsini.
fire. Tell me he played all the instruments on that shit.
All him.
What a god.
What
a god.
Thing. And he was sending me
so good.
He was sending me the steps. Am I in the right path?
He sent you the stems. He sent you the
I have like three beta. I have like 3 beta versions of the song on my laptop.
Hey, that's crazy.
And that was the final version. And then of course I splooshed when I got the final version.
So good.
Hello, everybody out there. It's AJ Orsini. It is the Steve Dave. It is Orsini's Uncensored Mind update time. I need to let you guys know what's going on because it will. Let me move this actually.
You can
it
hear
will. Yeah, it will.
You don't even want to open your shit right now.
Yeah. It will affect the rest of this show. So let's go ahead and rip this band-aid off
like
real
50
quick.
back when he
took those shots to the face. All right, so let me just explain what's going on for just a second. We had a little bit of a mishap. There was a situation that took place. So as everyone knows so far, if you've been keeping track, I've kind of been waiting for the second root canal to take place. I had made mention that my dentist was going on vacation, so we were trying to find some alternate plans, some specialists. We were calling specialists, and either they didn't have time to schedule it or they wanted $1,000 for it. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
So we scheduled a date for my regular doctor to re-see me when he got back from his vacation, and that appointment was set for next Wednesday, the 12th.
Oof, almost there.
I was almost there, and I haven't really been in pain. And the pain that I'm experiencing right as we speak, and you can literally hear it, it's not from the gum or the actual I don't know how to explain it. It's coming from the tooth, but not from the way that we thought. The day we were supposed to record on Tuesday, we're recording this now on Thursday. Tuesday evening, when when we had spoken and we couldn't get together, I took a shower that night, and for whatever reason, in the shower, the tooth that needs the root canal cracked in half. I have no idea how it happened.
Clenching your jaw or something?
Nope. I'm in the shower, and I'm as you guys can see, I had a haircut, so I was like trying to get the dry spots
feeling good, looking good, trying to smell good.
Yeah, trying to do it up, and of course, I had to be humbled. I was flying too close to the sun, and as I'm washing I can't say hair, but scalp. As I was washing my scalp, I started noticing. I said, there's something in my cheek. I said, what is that? And I went into my cheek, and I pulled out
a chunk
of tooth.
Oh shit!
And I stuck my tongue in there, and the tooth that needs to be root canaled is wide open.
Fuck.
The whole side of the tooth is gone. I have it in a container to bring to my dentist. Now, the reason why you're hearing weird speech is because the tooth cracked in the perfect slice. So the remaining tooth has a sharp point at the end of it, and every time I talk,
also you're jabbing your gums.
I'm getting stabbed in the mouth with a sharp tooth.
Fantastic.
So every time you hear
perfect time to do a podcast.
Oh yeah, no, it's right on the money. It's right on the money. So this is how it's going to sound moving forward. I apologize, but I cannot reschedule this. And this is the SummerSlam deal, so I want to get this out of the way.
What time did that happen?
I think you texted me like around 5 something, and it like 1 hour after you texted me.
Dude, what is the universe doing? This is the second time in a row where you had some shit.
I have a feeling
at the same time, and it just happened again.
My wife said if we would have been recording as normal, it would have happened mid-broadcast. Yeah, from the time that it happened. So
it's crazy.
It wasn't recording because I would not have wanted to
finish
all that. Yeah. I would have powered through. I'm no bitch, but I'm just saying.
Show must go on.
Show must go on. But it hurts, and it hurts a lot.
I'm a bitch. I folded, dude. I couldn't take that shit. That shit was too much. I folded, dude. I felt that shit coming. I'm like, nah, we got to stop it. I took medicine. Nope.
So I had to we had to push the appointment up. The closest appointment they can get me. Another reason why it was the 12th, it was so far away. I'm doing a job where I really can't take days in the summer. So we had to schedule it for after work. Because of the cracked tooth, I'm no longer protected on the side with the stuff that he had. Underneath the stuff he put to protect my tooth was tooth, and that tooth is now gone. So I'm wide open. I'm mouthwashing like as often as I can, I guess, because even if I can get the food in, it's going into the hole. I can't go back in there with another infection because then it's just going to prolong everything else. Even talking right now is like it's playing with the nerve. So they pushed me to tomorrow, but I had to go in the morning or in the afternoon, I should say. Like,
hey man, you got PTO for a reason.
I know. This was not the time that I wanted to use it. Alex hasn't been feeling well, and we're going on vacation soon, so I needed the day, and I needed that bullet in the chamber, and I had to fire it for tomorrow. So tomorrow, he's gonna fix whatever the fuck. I don't even know what it is at this point. I don't even know if root canal. I know for a fact crown cannot happen. That's done.
Well,
it's only half. It's only half a tooth.
There's no fucking tooth.
There's no fucking tooth.
I gotta remove it.
What he's probably going to end up doing is probably telling me that I have to get an extraction.
And I hope he's able to do it that day.
That would be. Listen, if he can't, fine.
Give me the medicine.
Shave this bitch down so it's not fucking.
Oh, so it's not jabbing you.
It's cutting me. It's literally slicing into my mouth every time I move. So I'm like, at the very least, if you can't do the extraction today, nigga, I'll come back. Shave this down so I can exist until it's not, because the tooth itself is not in pain, despite the nerve being open right now. I'm touching it now on my tongue, like it's sharp. It is sharp. I almost took sandpaper to it myself. So I'm just like, you guys
think that sounds like a joke. That's not a fucking joke. He will actually do some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I've done worse.
He's got a shave. You got the tooth down, and now you got all these shards of whatever the fuck the sand portion of it is in your fucking throat.
No, I'm not gonna swallow that shit. I have fucking mouthwash right out. Gargle that shit right out. So I apologize for the poor quality of the audio, but there's nothing I can do. I went to Spider-Man yesterday with this tooth, and the popcorn was a problem. But I refuse to watch an MCU film and not have popcorn. So we made it through, but I couldn't enjoy it the way that I wanted to. I spent most of that movie pretty much like, even juice, can't have juice. Messes with the goddamn tooth. I can't have too cold, too hot. It's just a raw, open nerve right now. So my existence is questionable. So I'm gonna be home tomorrow. We're gonna go to the dentist. I'm gonna tell this guy to get in here and clean this shit up. Take it all out. I don't even care about the root canal anymore. Take it out, bro. Just get it out of me. I'm done with it. Jesus Christ. And then my wife goes, but it's too far back. You get it to chew. I was like, listen, you chew it. And then put it right back on this plate. And I
Mama bird me. Come on.
Yeah. I can't do
part of your vows.
I can't do that shit. Hell yeah. I kept the receipt. It's on the wall over there. So yeah. So that's where we're at with that.
Spit in my mouth. I'm hungry.
Spit in my mouth. I haven't eaten all day. So, sweetie, I haven't eaten all day. Here, hurry up. Chew this.
What? Spit in my mouth. Oh, fuck.
You gotta get aggressive. Spit in my mouth.
Do it. Fuck. Do it. Spit.
Don't be a bitch. I'm hungry.
Pussy. Spit. Well, there you go.
So we're here to. Yeah, you had a situation yourself on Tuesday. The way that you described it is like, the rain stopped. It was like,
dude, that shit. I hate it. Listen, shout out to those who have it worse than me. Your wife is one of them. But I'm glad I only get those maybe once a month, dude. Because when I'm in it, I just question life. It's just like, is that what it is for from here on out? It's like it makes you want to throw up. I don't even know where the nausea comes from. Like, that's how much it fucking hurts. And then what usually happens is the second it fades, I don't know, because I just fall asleep. And then I'll wake up a few hours later with the dull pain. The dull pain will still be there, but not the like. I when I tell my wife, I pretty much are like, it's attacking me right now. Like it's robbing the shit out of me. And then once it goes away, it's just like a normal mild migraine. I still kind of have it right now. It lasts like 2 or 3 days afterwards. But like, dude, you just want to throw up. Every noise is the worst. Dude, it was terrible. It was terrible. I thought I caught it in time. That's why I told you, like, give me like a few minutes. I think it'll fade, and it just wouldn't fucking stop, dude. It wouldn't stop. That shit sucked, like, really bad. But it is what it is. Like I said, it happens like once a month. There's nothing I can fucking do about it until they solve migraines. We're kind of stuck with it.
My wife's luck. They'll find a solution for migraines when she's like 80.
Yeah, right.
Well, anyway, guys, we are here. We've made it here. We didn't cancel till next week. We're going to get done here.
Yes.
Next week is a regular week for me, but we're going to have to figure out something for the following week because your boy is headed back to his old stomping ground, Florida.
Oh, shit.
You won the lottery ticket. But we couldn't figure out where we wanted to go. So on my spare time, which is, I don't have any of that. So when I say spare time, I do that in quotations. In between my final and something I had to do for work, I put a PowerPoint presentation together of all the different things that we can do at all the different places we could go for a possible vacation.
Mhm.
And there were many factors considered, but we're heading back to Orlando. That seems to be the winner this year. Everything's booked and ready to go. We're going back to a hotel that we did one time many moons ago. Alex was very, very young. He doesn't have many memories of the place, but we always thought it was such a cool place. We always wanted to go back. So we're going back. He's excited. We're excited. But I need this taken care of before I get on this plane because I refuse to go on vacation with a toothache. I refuse to do it. I'll find an endodontist in Orlando before I let that happen. So we're gonna have to figure that out. So that is for we're gonna have to figure out a recording schedule for that. I'm leaving on a Tuesday, the 18th.
Okay.
So we can either do it Monday or I could do it when I get off the plane on Tuesday. It's either way that we want to do it. But whatever's available. We'll talk about it. But we really need to focus on what we're going to talk about here today.
Hey, what's going to be on the show today?
On the show today, we're talking two topics. It's just the two topics, but they're topics that need a little bit of time to examine, which is why it's just two. We're talking about our second part of Dark Side of the Ring involving TNA, which is a little misleading, and we'll get more into it and what that I mean by that. When
I'm glad you opened with that. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Let's go.
I'm getting more Jeff than I'm getting TNA at this point, and it's kind of pissing me off.
Okay.
Because I wanted to watch this for the TNA aspect, and they let us down a specific pass in the first part.
We'll get there. Get there.
Completely blown it apart. But yeah. So we'll talk about that, the second part of Dark Side of the Ring. And then, of course, we're talking the aftermath of SummerSlam. Everything went down for the 2 nights. Some stuff, as you saw by our open, we saw coming a mile away. But then there were some things that took place. Holy bejesus. Nobody saw coming. The cat's out of the bag. What a way to have the weekend go off. So it's SummerSlam night 1 and night 2. So that's what we're going to be talking about here on the show. Let's not kill any more time. Let's get into Dark Side.
Dave, it's time to start the show. Let's begin with segment 1.
And we're here talking about Dark Side of the Ring TNA Part 2. Just as a reminder, from Part 1, there was a line used in that first part. I'll be honest, I think I overlooked it. I didn't really realize how deep into one side we would go than the other. There was a line, I don't know if it was Jim Cornette, I can't remember which one said it, that TNA's story is kind of a Jeff Jarrett story and how they're very intertwined. And I don't think I really understand how weird a sentence that was until we got to this part. Because whatever it was that was to be discussed about TNA in that first part, it all went away here with Part 2. And Part 2 has given me a revelation. I now understand why I now understand why all of the bad things in the world happened. I know why JFK was assassinated.
Oh, shit.
I know why we had the Spanish flu back in the 1800s. I know why those 2 tall buildings fell down. I know why all the bad and negative things that happened. If you've ever had a relative pass away, unbeknownst to you or for similar reasons, we now know why. The answer to all of the Earth's problems is Dixie Carter.
Oh, shit.
Dixie Carter has done everything. Dixie Carter is one of the most destructive forces in human history. She is responsible for the death of your loved ones. She's responsible for the recession in 2008. That was Dixie Carter's fault. She did that.
You're being sarcastic, but I want to get to the meat of this because I want to know, like, you know this better than me. So,
right.
Is she truly this villain? I feel like...
Go ahead.
Before you answer this, I feel like, and we'll get into it a little bit more, what I saw, which is cool. We got two completely different perspectives here. I don't know shit about this, and you know a lot about it. So it's pretty cool. From what I saw, what I got, if I'm taking a guess, I feel like Dixie and what's the other guy's name? Russo?
Yes.
The one that everyone hates? I feel like there's something going on there, not like romantically, just business-wise, that wasn't being spoke about. Because I don't know, maybe I don't have good attention skills, but in the moment she got rid of Jeff,
right?
She immediately put Russo at the forefront.
Right.
That had to have been planned. Like, I just feel like we were talking about Jeff, and then it's like a TNA thing. And then we're back to Jeff, and then it's like a TNA thing. And if you don't know what's going on, I would fucking confuse this whole episode. Now, that could just be me being stupid, and I'm okay with that. I could take that. But it was hard for me to follow. It really was. It was very difficult to understand what was going on. The only thing I really got from it was I call bullshit on the wife thing, but we can talk about that a little bit more after you explain the Dixie Carter thing.
Okay, the Dixie Carter aspect of the episode was pretty much the episode. It introduced, because when we ended part one, TNA was in a bad financial position. Dixie was a vendor or a contributor of some kind. Then made the offer for her father, the owner of Panda Energy, to help fund TNA,
and bought majority. They ended up buying majority,
which to me was hilarious because he bought the company, but she was the face of Panda Energy in the eyes of TNA. It's like I'm gonna buy it, but she's gonna be the one who's in charge of
Am I out of place for saying it's kind of like AEW?
Woo! It's the first thing I said.
So I don't know if Khan actually forked the money, or was it? I don't want to just accuse him of taking that money, but
similar path, not exactly the same.
Sure.
Disney had absolutely no previous history with the world of wrestling, but Daddy bought it, so I get to play.
It's a business I acquired. I got you.
Yeah. Tony Khan, while a fan, he knew wrestling.
Was a fan. Right. Got you. Okay. I was referring to Patty's money, but still.
Well, hold on. I'm not done with the comparison.
Fair enough.
He was a fan of some kind before he became in charge of a company, AEW.
Okay.
And the only real difference is that while he was a fan and was familiar with it, history has dictated he really didn't understand what it was that he was watching. And they have similar traits, Tony and Dixie. And Tony's father technically didn't buy the company, but it was Tony's father's money that he inherited that started the company.
Sure.
Tony's dad wanted to give Tony his money early so that he could see his son enjoy the money. It just so happens his son founded a wrestling company with that money.
Okay.
And so there's some subtle differences, but the reason why everyone made the comparison of Dixie Carter to Tony Khan is that they were two individuals that wanted to be famous. And this was the avenue that they found themselves in a position to do that.
Okay.
There's not a lot of fame that Tony could have gotten from working with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm.
Because unless you're the players or a coach, you don't do media like that. You're not on the front pages. When you're working in European football, soccer, same deal. These are professional sports.
Mhm.
In professional wrestling, figureheads and executives are stars all the time.
Yeah.
So you get your chance to be on TV. And so there are some comparisons between the two for sure. Not exactly the same, but a lot of people drew that comparison. I saw that from a few people. They were like, "Oh, okay, so like she was Tony Khan before Tony Khan." It was
Kind
in that way. Dixie, they used the term on the show "money mark."
They
Okay.
did. Yes, they did. Yep.
Let me explain. They kind of explained it there, but I'm going to give you the real definition of the money mark because they're not going to give you the real definition of money marks because they're still in the industry and people in the industry love money marks
Who doesn't?
until all of a sudden they really hate money marks. And I'll explain in a second. The definition of a money mark is somebody who has no previous experience.
Mm-hmm. They said that.
No previous experience being in the business, no networking capabilities, no contacts, nothing. Fresh off the street, but has a certain amount of capital. You don't have to be the richest person in the world to be a money mark. Independent promotions all around the world are funded by money marks.
Okay.
Here's the problem with money marks, and I'm so disappointed because I'm learned. This is what this episode is showing me: is that TNA for this entire run, even during the time period in which I was a big fan of the company, was entirely run by a money mark. Jeff Jarrett may call himself the founder, and that might be true. But as this episode continued on, I started realizing he was never the boss. He was never in charge.
He never had the money. The person with the money is in charge.
There it is at all times, and that's why I said people love money marks until they don't love them anymore.
And the problem is in the industry, and especially if you're a wrestler, and back in the day, wrestlers really didn't make that much money. So unless you were someone, I'll use Jeff Jarrett as an example. Unless you are someone with a daddy or a mommy with a lot of money, you didn't have leverage. So in order to expedite what you're trying to do, you need an investor. And these investors, especially in this time, even today, but in that time, are taking a risk.
Yeah.
So in this contract, they're gonna get majority. That's just the way it's gonna work. There's no other way around it.
Now Jeff stated during the documentary that even when Dixie and Panda Energy came in, he still owned stock in the company.
Okay.
But as any businessman will tell you, if your stock in the company is less than 50,
it ain't worth shit.
It ain't worth shit.
Yeah. It might it might as well be the same thing as me putting a couple dollars in Google right now. I don't own Google, buddy.
Imagine I dropped $10 in stock and just showed up at the executive meeting like, all right, boys,
what are we doing here?
Time to make some changes.
What's on the rocket?
Yeah. So this you hit it right on the head. Perfect point. This is the hardest lesson in professional wrestling. I ask anybody who's been in the business more than 5 years, they'll tell you the dangers of a money mark because it always starts the same. The promoter or a wrestler or somebody who's in the industry meets an individual with a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. They show that individual the product. Mm-hmm. Look how fun it is. Look how much interaction.
Gotta make the sell.
And they go, man, I really want to be a part of that. And they said, hey, if you were to help fund, if you were to help contribute, we can keep this thing going. Obviously, you're going to get a big cut of the proceeds. And they sell it up and da-da-da. The money mark gives them the money. And then it always starts the same way. They give them the money and they back up. And the promoter gets all the money they need to run the shows and everything runs great. and then it's the second show, and the third show, and the fourth show, and then all of a sudden,
then it starts getting good, and then they realize their
start
position.
they start getting used to how it looks,
and then they look across the street and they go, "Well, that Vince guy's always on camera. I'm the Vince of this company, am I not? I'm gonna get me some of that."
Before we get there, you skipped one step.
Okay.
And that was once they start attending more shows, something terrible starts to happen. They start to get ideas. Oh, what if we did this? Or what if we tried that? And then the promoter goes, well, it doesn't really fit in what we're trying to do. And the booker goes, well, that's not really what we had in mind. And they go, okay. And it always starts off nice. You guys have been doing this longer. You guys know how this goes. Okay, all right. And now it's show 9 and it's show 10. I really think we should try to do this. I think it would really work. Oh, no, all of a sudden now, hey, look, listen. I'm the one really paying for all this. I'm the one.
My money.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm not really asking anymore.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. And then
you'd be happy to get for it to go down the way that you're saying it, because it's more just walk in the room and, hey guys, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I'm funding the company.
Yeah. This is my shit.
I don't give a shit whose name is beside me or underneath me on the contract. I run this. So everybody who was on the documentary, they were like, oh, she kept walking around telling everybody she was the boss. She was in charge. She was. Daddy was paying the bills. She goes home. This company doesn't fucking exist.
True.
She was in charge. And this is the problem with relying on a money mark. If it's not your money, you don't own it.
You don't own it.
I don't give a shit what's on paper. Because what's going to also be on paper is the percentages of ownership and the financials. That's what it comes down to, the financials. Just like you illustrated, even if you and I bought Google stock tomorrow, we have no say in what the fuck Google does the very fucking next day. Jeff was saying, oh, this was my vision. This is what I wanted to do. Phenomenal work. All that vision, no financial backing. It wasn't like you funded it yourself. You relied on other people to fund it for you.
Yep.
Therefore, in fact, it was never really your company.
No, it wasn't.
And I said this when we talked about part 1. I said that this was feeling a lot like a sympathy thing for Jeff. Look at all the things that I have survived.
Yeah,
I still feel that way. But for somebody who promoted this very heavily, guys, check it out. Guys, you need to see it. This is making Jeff Jarrett look really dumb, in my opinion. It almost appears like he's really, from the very beginning, as many people as he knew, as many connections as he made, as good as the networking was, he made a shit ton of very poor decisions. All of them came back to bite him on the ass. Vince Russo, connecting it now to Vince Russo, was one of those mistakes. Because we said on the first part, Jerry and Vince have 2 different visions of what wrestling is supposed to be on TV. The money mark, the person who is funding the company, has no idea what wrestling is supposed to look like. But because she's a TV fanatic and an unemployed, desperate housewife, she does know what Vince Russo's vision of wrestling looks like. She understands that.
Circus, yeah.
The circus, the hilarity, the over-the-top television.
Jerry Springer,
that she understands.
Right.
She doesn't understand traditional pro wrestling on television.
How to tie it together. The art of it.
Right. Even if you were to modernize it, which they would have done, Jerry Jarrett would have been able to figure out the X division. Jerry Jarrett would have been able to figure
So that
out.
raises a good question. Who was running it? Who was in control of it when TNA was at its biggest with Samoa Joe and all them, and AJ Styles and all that? Who was booking that? The X division and all that stuff.
Booking it, Dutch Mantel, and from what I can understand, it was Dutch Mantel, Vince Russo, and it was Jeff Jarrett.
So then was Russo just kind of like neutered? Like who was making the calls when TNA was at its what's the word? What people get nostalgia for? Who was running it then? Because the shit I saw in the first place was ass. And then you have the X Division stuff, that time era, which was good. And then they started towards the end of it getting into the era that I remember where now all these and I distinctively remember this shit because this was around the time where like Ric Flair and shit wasn't going away. And I'm like, I remember telling you, like, get these fucking old people out of here. And every time Hogan was showing up, Flair was showing up, and it kept happening. And then I distinctively remember NWO and all that WCW people all were going to TNA. And I remember this is dog shit. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the company that I like to stop doing this shit. You guys went full tilt. You guys got so many people that don't even look like they can go anymore.
So just before that era,
right?
Which you're referring to, like 2011, 2012, that kind of. Just before that era, it was Dutch Mantel, it was Jeff Jarrett, it was Vince Russo.
Okay.
It was Dutch Mantel taking the place of Jerry Jarrett, of the whole, we'll do the traditional way of things, we'll modernize it, but we'll do a pro wrestling show for pro wrestling fans. And then it was the Vince Russo side, where it was midgets and trash cans jerking off and strippers and all kinds of shit, with Jeff Jarrett in the middle.
Okay.
And this is why I say we're only 2 parts in, and I don't feel like it's going to change in part 3 because they already teased his meltdown in Mexico, and I know they're going to talk about how he found religion or something stupid will happen in part 3.
Yeah.
I've lost all sympathy for Jeff Jarrett because you had to know, being when you were in between Jerry and Vince Russo, and you lost your father in that scenario, you had to know something's wrong with the other side. But he kept it going. And Dutch took the place of Jerry. Dutch wants to do the show one way. Vince wants to do the show the other way. And Vince Russo's getting so sick and tired of having to get things cleared, things being changed on him. He knows, because he's from New York, how business really goes. Why am I arguing with Jeff Jarrett? He's not in charge. I'm going to go talk to the money because that's who is in charge. And then they did the scene of the documentary where Jeff goes, we would be at the pitching meeting, we're writing the show, and Vince would make a weird off-the-wall pitch. We're like, why would you even pitch that? And he would say, well, that's what Dixie wants. And Jeff goes, well, how would you know what Dixie wants? Because he's been talking to fucking Dixie.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah. And he got to use the sentence, that's what Dixie wants, because as everyone knows, that's where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't specific, but if you look back at that show, there were a lot of ideas that were approved. And they showed some clips, the casket match between Jedias and Sting, and there was a couple of off-the-wall ideas that got pitched for TNA that came from Vince that was delivered under the banner of this is what Dixie wants.
Mm-hmm.
And that overrode Dutch and Jeff to the point where Dutch goes, another one. I can't do this.
Can't do this.
And he's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And once again, Jeff, between Jerry and Vince Russo, Jeff chose Vince Russo. Between Dutch Mantel and Vince Russo, Jeff chose Vince Russo. And then when there was no one left to cannibalize, they then turned their shit to Jeff. Yep. And Jeff I can't believe it. Why would they? The power play was on. Yeah, no shit. You didn't see it coming? You're saying on the documentary, and that's when I knew. Bitch, we all knew.
We all knew. It was no
the
surprise
last
to nobody. Yeah.
It was a surprise to nobody. And then the second half of this documentary given to the lovely Karen Jarrett. Now, you said you had some comments to make about Miss Karen. What was the deal with you and Miss Karen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she really did him any justice. Personally, I don't think she did. I kind of think she made it worse. I think her story very much looked like what I suspected. This is why I asked you when we talked in the first episode, how far apart were they divorced or were they not? And you told me, you liar, that they were divorced.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what she said.
Nope.
She
that's
said
not what she said at all.
they
she
were
said
together.
Legally separated is what she said.
She said, yeah, that's the bullshit. Because you're telling me you were currently married to him and then you moved out. And that day you moved out, he just so happened to call you for the first time ever dirty macking. Listen, when you call someone who just left their significant other and you start reading scripture.
Well, hold on.
That was no. We're not going to
She snitched on herself. She snitched on herself because she started off by explaining that. I think the way she opened it was like everybody was under this impression, like me and Jeff were having this affair, and that I was cheating with her character. She said we were long separated. We were legally separated before he even left the WWE. And I said, hey, maybe I got the terminology wrong. I had always heard she was divorced. She's saying legally separated. Two completely different things. Still legally married if you're legally separated. Legal separation is different than an actual full-on fucking divorce. So I said, oh, maybe that's why people were telling me the wrong thing, because she's mixing up her terminology, or maybe I didn't get it either. But then she snitched on herself because she said that they were legally separated. Then when he was negotiating with TNA, he asked her, hey, we're in the midst of this negotiation, and he's trying to beat the drug addict allegations. So he's trying to present the perfect front.
Yep.
He tells her, hey, can you just play the game a little bit so that I can get this contract and they will both be in? So now I'm saying to myself, that's why I guess I was told divorced, because they didn't bother to tell anybody
that they weren't,
that they were separated, and that they went with the idea that we're together. And then in TNA, the divorce happened. It was after all that stuff. So while Jeff and then Jeff tried to babyface himself. The drugs got worse with Kurt. He was going through a tough time.
Dirty macking.
So Karen,
dirty.
Karen got sick of the whole thing.
What a white knight!
Yeah,
oh,
she was sick of the whole thing. She was sick of the drama. So she leaves and goes home. And Jeff calls her on the phone. In his own words, I called her on the phone for her to take him back.
Oh,
I was trying to get her. Give Kurt another chance. He needs me. Yeah,
his dick. No.
Please.
You put hey. You put my cock down. You put my cock down, okay? His cock can be in your hand, not mine. Not mine.
As they say in Deuteronomy 7.
I can't. As he takes his dick away.
Why are you doing this to me?
No, stop. Please stop filleting me. This should be your husband.
You know, it's funny you're calling him dirty. Both dirty, because her response to the phone call was, oh my God, they don't make men like this. I was like, what?
Yo, and the thing is too, she's like, this is the first time we've ever had a conversation. Yo, he smited you like that? You were smitten off the phone call? Oh my God, off of Revelations? He read you
up until that point, it had just been looks and hellos and good mornings.
Now, business.
Now,
strictly business.
And you know what it is? You know what it is too? I on the front about Kurt stating, "Let's play the game so I can get this contract."
Yeah.
I 100% believe that. But in order for that to work, you have to convince everybody that you're still together.
That you're married. Yep.
So you can't use the excuse of, we had already been long separated,
which means to them, Jarrett would have also had the understanding that they were married, whether they were actually divorced or not.
Unless Jarrett had to have been the guy that they had to convince that they were still married in order to gain the contract.
Unless they were already talking and he knew that they were not together. I'm telling you, man, she did not make this look good. She made it fucking worse with her little pompous smile and her 10 pounds of makeup on her face. That she should never got on that screen.
Oh my God. I'm glad I'm not the only one that realized the makeup was too much.
Oh my God.
It was caked on there.
Yeah, I'm not a makeup guy anyway, so that definitely jumped out on me right away.
When they told the story about the house party or the housewarming or whatever, and Jeff was like,
that confused me too.
Because he's selling the whole world. We didn't hide it. Everyone knew. Dixie didn't know.
That makes no sense. He's watching
and Dixie's there all the time. Yeah, exactly.
If they're selling it to me on screen, they're selling it to me on the way they sold this was she was looking for a reason.
That's what Vince said in the same way you just said it. Yeah.
So this one thing that, mind you, is out in the wide open, she didn't see it. Is that what you're selling me? She is on you like white on rice.
Yeah.
But you hid this in broad daylight, in plain sight, and it just went right over her head. And it wasn't to a party she was invited to that, like, even the way they explained her reaction and the way it went from business as normal, she's coming to my house for a party, which is, I don't know, kind of weird, but I guess maybe not weird at a high level. And then, like, she sees the girl, sees you together, and now all of a sudden you're fired. I'm not saying that's not threats, but it's just really hard.
He wasn't fired right away.
That's the way they said it.
Yeah, they played the game for a second. She went to Dad. Dad was the one who eventually told him that he was relinquished of his responsibilities and blah, 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 blah. Because as much as we keep saying, follow the money is Dixie, it wasn't really Dixie. It was Dixie's father. So, yeah, he was gone quick, fast, and in a hurry. But it wasn't like Dixie was the one who was just like, oh, I'm so pissed off. You know what? You're fired.
I'm still left.
She went through the channels to get this shit.
I get it. I'm left confused to why that would be a reason to relinquish him. They didn't specify why. What policy in the wrestling business did he fucking break?
I understand what she was trying to say, but because
they made it sound like some cardinal rule he broke.
He did. But it wasn't for the reason she stated. The clip of Dixie they played, it was a clip they played of Dixie responding to the question of why Jeff Jarrett's not with the company anymore. And then she stated this general broad-ass statement of, there was some things that took place that put us in a compromising position and that put the company in a bad spot. How? See,
right. That's where I was confused.
The ethical question of whether or not Jeff should or shouldn't be fucking a wrestler's wife, I'll hear that argument. Because remember, regardless of what Karen says, regardless of what Jeff says,
everyone thinks they're married.
They both told us that for Kurt to come to TNA,
I guess
they had to convince everybody that they were married.
I guess that makes sense.
So
Because now
even
it
if
does
Karen-
look like you're having an affair.
It looks
with
like
your
you're
number
fucking one of the boys.
Your number
Yes!
one talent's wife. Yeah. Okay. That
Now-
makes a little
now
bit more sense, I guess.
Now here's the problem that I had with the statement overall. They're saying that the personal situation affects the company on a business level. How? If you're using this reason to fire someone because it hurts business, then why are you using that same reason to increase your business? It's still to this day one of the most talked about TNA programs for either of them. So I don't understand what was the whole damn point of even going that route. But that's the way they decided to fucking do it. And I'm sorry. I'm at that point. Okay. There's gotta be, even the wrestlers, there were so many people. Dixie Carter this, Dixie Carter that. She was an idiot. She was a moron. She doesn't really know the industry. How I would love to know what the percentage of people who said that shit while she was standing in the room.
Of course not. Come on.
She wasn't an idiot when that check cleared.
Oh, of course.
And I know Awesome Khan
big fucking check.
Also, well, that's the thing. I was just gonna say, Awesome Khan told a very sobering story of people who really weren't getting paid all that well, including she told the story of somebody who I will leave out of it if she didn't give the name as a reason. I know who it is though. Of one of the knockouts that was.
You went on the contract. Who was it?
No, I don't want to say it because I have met her. She's a cool person. If Kong didn't say it, I won't say it. So she no, I think it's a little. That's the whole point of the story. It's a little embarrassing that she's waiting tables. She's working in a restaurant, and they're looking up at the TV, and she's on TV wrestling on national television, getting paid peanuts. And meanwhile, here comes the second regime, the one you were talking about, with the legends and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That was the Hogan Bischoff era.
Ugh.
Right? When Bischoff came in, and at least Bischoff was honest. He was like, I don't think they wanted Bischoff, but Hogan wasn't going to do it without Bischoff. And
he's smart not to.
Hogan is a master player. You don't get to where he was being stupid. He smelled money mark on this bitch a mile away. If you were going to hire Hulk Hogan full time in 2012, you're an idiot. And he knew that. There's some star power to Hogan, don't get me wrong, but look at the way that WWE used him. Occasional shots, big surprise, maybe a couple of events you advertise ahead of time, come see Hulk Hogan. They hired his ass full time and then tried to go head to head with Raw on Mondays. Using Hulk Hogan.
It's the shock value. That's mainly what it was.
Yeah.
It was a shock value.
Well, this is becoming less and less of a TNA story. And seemingly, they tried to time together. Well, TNA's story is Jeff Jarrett's story. I don't think so.
It's starting to feel it.
This is a Jeff Jarrett story. This is not really a TNA story. There's so many elements of TNA that is being skipped in this documentary. This is not a TNA documentary at all. This is some shit that went down behind the scenes at TNA about someone specific. Because I'm watching even the clips, and I'm like, the clips they're showcasing this great athleticism, these great wrestlers. We're not talking about any of these people. We're not talking about. I mean, the people, and I know we're not going to get it in 3, because I know that the spin now, based on their tease, is he finally hits rock bottom and then the comeuppance, right? But the work, the underappreciated work of Mike Tenay and Don West, who are the commentators of TNA, who were the first voices of wrestling my wife ever really heard, to this day, still raves about. The X Division talent that all became legends in the game. This just over and over and over. And we're talking about a housewarming party with Dixie Carter. Like
to your point that you made when we talked about the first one, it's a dark side of the ring. This isn't the glorious history of TNA. So I'm glad you said that, because you kind of like fixed my mindset when I started watching this to understand that like I'm not expecting the happy ending. I'm expecting this to get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like so that did help, because because when I first started, I caught myself doing what you're saying, where I'm like, tell us the cool things that happened, but this is literally the dark side of TNA.
The drama.
And to that guy's point about Jeff Jarrett, like story is TNA's story. I think the better part is the dark side of TNA's story is the Jeff Jarrett story, and that's what we're getting. So
yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
As long as we can keep it there, it won't feel so. This last episode won't feel as bad, because we know it's only gonna get fucking worse.
It's only gonna go downhill from here,
all
boys.
downhill from here, baby.
All right. Well, that is our talk here of Dark Side of the Ring Part 2. We will come back next week with Part 3 to finish off the Dark Side of the Ring, along with some other topics that I'll mention here at the end of the show. But it's about that time to break it all down and get into the brass tacks here. Let's go ahead and get into night 1 of SummerSlam.
Let's keep this show going. It's time for segment 2.
We are off and running here with SummerSlam. We're talking the aftermath of what took place this past weekend in Minneapolis, Minnesota. SummerSlam, a 2-night affair. 2 nights of SummerSlam. And I'm going to tell you, we have been villainized. We've been treated less than. Because you and I,
who? You, me, we, or like WWE?
Us. No, us, me and you.
I just want to I just want to make sure that I take it personal. That's why I want.
Yes. Take it extremely personal.
Yes.
You and I, AJ Orsini, the Steve Dave, have been treated unfairly. We've been villainized in the eyes of the public. Our stance on the 2-night event was not received well.
Oh shit!
Apparently, we weren't attacked in a negative way, but counter arguments have been pitched.
Sure.
And now the show is over.
I'm glad you're bringing this up. So go ahead.
Now that this is over, one of the prevailing thoughts is, based on the matches that we got, would it not have been better to just scrap a few and just do this in one night? That's the prevailing thought. And I still say no. I still say no.
And if they say that, I don't think they're going to like a lot of my takes.
Okay.
for these matches. Why
are you so happy I brought this up?
Because I actually had that thought when I was watching it, and I got into night 2. So, okay, so there's a lot of things that happened last week, so my weekend kind of got fucked up. So I wasn't able to watch it. Now, when I sat down at my desk, my buddies that I watch it with already were watching it. So I turned off the Discord to see if I can make it without spoiling it for myself. I didn't think it was likely. It was 2 nights. The next night was probably going to be the same thing. Now, the second night, I was there when it started, but I didn't see night 1. So I didn't I want to see if I can make it without watching any of it so I can watch it all in a row. Whew, man. And this is the reason why I don't watch AEW.
You watched it all?
And I watched Raw too, because Raw, I wanted to see the aftermath of it. So I watched both nights and Raw in the same day. All of it at fucking once. Now, I know their argument is that they can trim it. But in that time, when I was sitting there watching it, I'm like, man, if I saw this the way it was being presented, I love this. There's, again, different type of talent, different opportunities. You get more people on screen. You're able to do it. And it feeds it to me in 2 bite size where I personally can digest it. If you're one of those people who can literally have wrestling on all day long and you love it, that's fine. I can't do that. It's so hard. The only reason why I pushed through it is I was, spoiler, having fun watching it. I did enjoy both nights, but like I can't do that shit all in one shot. I just can't. So I do not want to sacrifice the opportunity for mid cards to be on the show just so that we can condense it to one night. I'm sold on the 2 nights. So there's what it is. I like it.
I got a chance to see it. I saw night 1 on Saturday. I saw night 2 on Sunday, but I saw them at delayed interpoints because Saturday we had a day planned with the in-law. I had to go visit the in-law.
Yeah, do work. Gotcha.
Yes. We were supposed to go to Hurricane Harbor, but it was cloudy and rainy, so we decided to do something indoor. And so that my wife and her mom decided, why don't we go to American Dream Mall? So I said, okay, I like American Dream Mall. Let's go to American Dream Mall. They forgot BTS performs at MetLife across the street. So guess what the mall was like?
Oh, shit.
Packed as balls. And American Dream Mall basically had every BTS album on rotation.
Oh, so y'all wasn't going nowhere.
We spent the day and
y'all
then
was locked in.
Focused. Locked in. And you know me. You know my history. This is a little sidetrack for the people watching this for the first time who don't know this. I used to be somewhat of a dancer back in the day, and I used to get into a lot of choreography back in the day. This group has gotten me back into it. Now here's the deal.
Dust off the old dancing shoes.
There was one time, a long time ago, my mom took me, and I forgot who else. I don't know if you were there or not. I can't remember who was with us. We went to an NSYNC concert. This is how far back it was. It was like 2000 or 99 or 2001 or some shit. And while you were waiting in the concourse for the show to start, there was a radio station that had a dance contest. I entered the contest because I knew all the choreography. In fact, when they asked me what song do I want to play, I said, you could throw that on random. It doesn't matter. And they said, oh, okay. So they put it on random. And of course, I killed the song. By the way, for those of you who
I crushed.
For those of you who know ball, it was No Strings Attached, the song, right? So fast forward all these years later, we're in American Dream Mall. They're having a dance contest. I did not enter because I didn't know it was happening. We were both playing games and shopping amongst all this, so I didn't know they were doing one. But I thought it'd be interesting to see some of it because I wanted to see what some of the people were doing because people were doing it with their friends. For those who don't know, there's 7 members of the band, so they had their friends. So I'm watching, and my mother-in-law is here, my wife is here, we're all together, and I have a few of the songs down already. So I'm watching them, and I'm getting hyped, and I was like, and my mother-in-law is watching me. How are you doing that? It's just like I've just been watching it a lot. I remember the moves, and do a bunch of that. She's like, oh, okay. So I almost didn't get back on time because we were loving our time of June. I almost bought a ticket. I was this close. We looked it up. But it was just like, no. No, last minute sales. I could have been in that building for $110.
Oh, that's
Steal. I could have been in that building. My wife was
like, it must have been the moment. Like y'all was doing something. Like you.
My wife was like, I will drive them home and you go. And I was like, no. I want to do that. I
love the sacrifice. That was like
love it.
That was like reaching for the credit card at dinner. You know what I mean? Like I got it. I appreciate the reach, but no, you can't. Experience that without your wife. No, you can't. You both got to take.
She's the one. She is the one who got me into it. It wouldn't really be right for me to go to the concert.
Nah.
So I was like, nah. So I said, you know what? Not for nothing, forget it. I got something waiting for me at home. I bought to grab a few brews and put that SummerSlam on, baby.
Oh,
so that's what we did. We drove back, dropped off the in-law, came back to the house. Everybody shut the fuck up. We about to watch some SummerSlam. And we're gonna talk here now about what it was here that we saw. Now you said you didn't see it live. I didn't text you because I had a feeling you weren't watching it live. I usually get the idea because sometimes you text me. Yes. So when I didn't get a text, I said, I don't even know if he's watching, so I'm not gonna tease him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, did you see that? Or oh, that's crazy.
No,
so I was like, nah, I'll leave it out.
The universe, man, I believe in it. I'm sitting here with my microphone live. I just don't have the stream up. I shut their stream off so I don't see what they see. Nothing. They didn't spoil one thing. No, the first night I got there when I put the streams up, I forgot it was SummerSlam. I put the streams up. I saw wrestling. Oba was coming out. So I asked him. Wow. I said, hey, what match is this? And he said, oh, it's the last one. I said, all right. So then I turned it off. They didn't say a fucking word. I don't know if I have no clue. They didn't. I did walk away for a little bit. And then I came back and I did see the post show kind of flash on the thing a little bit. They didn't talk about it. The next night, they didn't say shit. And then that was going and I was kind of back and forth, but there wasn't a lot of they were making comments, but it was no big dialogue because they asked me if I was watching. So I don't know if they did this on purpose. I don't think they did, but he asked me if I was watching. I said, no, I didn't see the first night. I want to see if I can watch him. I was like, but don't talk about it. Get excited if you see something. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna watch it anyway. And they just didn't. So I was able to kind of watch it with no spoilers. Unironically, there was one. As I was watching the women's ladder match, one of them texted a clip of I'm doing this again. This is gonna be my gimmick where I'm talking about someone and I cannot Chelsea. A screenshot clip of Chelsea holding the belt. And that's you motherfucker. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I would have saw it. They're fighting right now. So that was the only spoiler literally as I was watching it. So
in the moment. In the moment.
The match was happening and I saw the clip and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. It wasn't, I didn't even press the clip. It was the thumbnail of the clip of her holding the belt. I'm like,
you saw enough.
Yeah, I was like, I should know better. You don't open your phone. You never open it.
It's a cardinal rule. Yeah. So let's go ahead, balls deep into it. Let me click the thing first. I was stunned by this decision. Okay. I was like, oh, that's how we're opening. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Let's see what the ladies got. Now, I know I take responsibility. I know that I was very unkind.
Look at you walking it back.
To Miss Morgan.
Oh, Miss Morgan. Crazy.
I know. Hold on. I know that I was unkind to Miss Morgan during our live convo. And I've said some things that were very, very harsh. Aggressive. And I just want, some might say I had that tone. Okay. Because I wouldn't let it go. Because I did it the entire segment. I think I did it later in the show, too. I just brought her up and shit on her again. I just want to let the world know that after seeing this match, I have to be honest, and I have to double down. She is the worst fucking waste of space I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. The one thing that I give her, the one thing, is that she found a character. She found an ability. She has a connection with the audience in a heel fashion. She has heat. Because she said, the minute her mouth opens, everybody just boos. She's legitimately hated, which is real. Because I legitimately hate her.
Yeah, she got you hooked.
Now, here's the thing, and I say this to everybody, and I mean this sincerely. I don't know her as a person. I'm not calling her, the human being, a piece of shit. I say this every time. I have to be honest about it when I say that. Whatever we share criticism on this show, it is within the confines of what we're looking at on the show. These are all human beings at the end of the day. So when people talk to me, because now it's become a running joke amongst my friends, that I really, really hate this chick. And I said, I want everyone to know that it's Liv Morgan, the character, that I hate. It's Liv Morgan, the wrestler, that I hate. The human being is fine. I hear she's a lovely person who owns a farm. Congratulations. But it's what I see on camera, I do not like.
And she's trying to do that. So,
well, it's working.
Yeah.
Because what's happening here is, unlike a lot of other people, because I saw some rave reviews for this match, I didn't like this match at all.
Rave reviews.
I heard some people say this was a pretty good match. If anything else, it was a decent opener. And no. The reason I had this match either second or third on the card is because I figure you have something, a hot start, and then have that energy carry over into the Liv Morgan Io Sky deal, not raw dog it right from the beginning and just have this match. 100+ days without a title defense, and now we know why. I keep telling you people, in the ring is not her strong suit. It hurts her image to wrestle. There were so many instances where Io was trying to make this match work. The biggest one, the one where I threw my hat. I was wearing a Kango hat at the time, and I literally took it and I spiked that bitch right on the ground. Boom. And I said, fuck this bitch. And I walked off and tried to gain my composure. The Io Sky sunset flip. The sunset flip to the outside was the moment where I said to myself, fuck this bitch. I'm good. She refused to let go of that rope. Io Sky is basically, Io's doing everything. All Liv has to do in this sequence is just fall down. And she couldn't even fucking execute that correctly. She's got to lean over like this. Io goes through the rope in a sunset flip. So through the rope, grabs the hip, does the rotation, brings her down. She hits the ground. This bitch is still holding the rope.
Yeah.
And then she takes a fucking flat back. So now Io has to fall incorrectly from the ring to the floor because she either A, can't time her shit correctly, or B, was scared to take the bump. Either way, fuck you. And I had to take a minute, walk the fuck off. People heard me complain about it. Shit happens. People make mistakes. I don't have a problem with people making mistakes. I have a problem with patterns of mistakes. And she has a pattern of mistakes. That's why she's not in that room alone. Soroka's in that room for me too.
Oh yeah.
A pattern of fucking mistakes.
Big time. Yeah.
Over and over. And I'm sorry. When I go to independent shows, I expect mistakes. When I go to TNA, when I go to MLW, when I go to GCW, I expect mistakes. I do not expect mistakes in the WWE. That is supposed to be the major leagues. That is supposed to be Yankee Stadium. That's supposed to be the World Series. This is where you don't make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And she made a ton of them. And I'm not letting Io off the hook. She made a few mistakes herself, but it's a timing issue. It's a timing issue. I saw a little bit of it in the King of the Ring. I saw less of it here, I guess, because they had already kind of got the kinks out at the King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like this match. I'm sorry. I didn't like this match. I wasn't into it at all.
I don't think it was a complete flop. Okay. Right? Like, I hate judging matches this way, but like, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. And I hate saying that more so because I feel like that's more disrespect to Io than it's to Liv. It's something we expect from Liv. I think Io did the best she could here. I think Io looks. I stand on what I said when we did the round table. Io looks. She looks great, but I think the problem is now. I think she got the belt too early. That was my problem with kind of like she wasn't really ready for that. The Io today should be. She should have the belt. She should have a run. I think she's doing great with the talent. She works great in the ring. Again, her problem is the microphone. On the opposite side of that, Liv Morgan is phenomenal on the microphone. At least, I mean, it works for other people, right? Like, they like it. It annoys me, but one would say that, like, that's the point, right? She's supposed to annoy me. So if I walk away from the screen because she's annoying me, it's still on the show. The show ain't changing. You know what I mean? Like, get some emotion out of you, and that's it. So she's doing her job. And unfortunately, she's the one on top, and she's making the money, and that's just kind of the way it is. So I expected myself to absolutely hate this match, and I didn't. And that's just where I stand at it. I wouldn't call it a bad match. It's not the greatest match. I don't think it was a great match, but I think that comes down to chemistry. It comes down to not enjoying Liv Morgan. So it's a lot harder for me to enjoy the match, but then I do like Io Sky. So that's why I sit in that middle where it's just, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but it's done now. And at least I don't have to worry about it right now.
It can't hurt you anymore.
However, I will say I've never been more happy to see the man in my entire life on Monday. Did you not watch Raw?
I did not.
I said the man.
Oh, Becky Lynch cut her down. Yeah.
And if there's one person who's strong enough to take the title from this person, it is the man.
The man.
So they may have found a way to get me back on board with some Becky. Pull this the fuck off. We may be in forgiveness territory here.
Oh, maybe.
Get that belt, and listen. Hey, I'll give Liv her. And the more they move this program forward, we'll see how it turns out. But like the way Becky works and how annoying Liv is, this may be the look that really makes Becky Lynch kind of. She did this shit about her being terrible at defending the belt. She's like, and I'm not the only one saying it, and everyone just fucking went nuts when she did it. So
yeah. This
is actually sized up to be pretty cool.
I saw her line when she was like, "You took 100+ days to even defend the thing. My God, you're the worst women's champion of all time."
Yep.
I'll give the match one positive because I just thought about it in my head. I was actually pissed off because I actually enjoyed the finish. I thought the finish was dope. Oblivion, counter out, the whole shebang, back into Oblivion for the finish. If only the match itself had been dope, that finish would have capped it off.
Yeah, well,
but say that
it wasn't bad, and I will take that from a Liv Morgan match. So
it wouldn't matter. I'll take it. Yeah. There it is. So we are going now on to the 6-man tag team match, the Bloodline. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay and Jacob Fatu against LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys. We all said, with no hesitation, the Bloodline's winning this match.
Yep. Dude, I am happily disappointed. Not disappointed. I am happily wrong here.
Yeah.
Not only did the Bloodline lose. Damn, I wish you had a fucking round of applause button, but my man finally got the dub on Jay. We thought Royce was gonna take the pin. There it is. Pin was on Jay. Only two, and I don't know if this is gonna keep happening, but I'll just warn you. I might reference Raw. Seeing after that win, seeing LA Knight come out to interrupt Roman felt better than the last time. He looked bigger. He looked stronger. The crowd seems behind him a lot more. You don't want to believe
they're doing it to you again.
Listen,
they're pulling you in. This is how they get this is how they get you. This is how they get you.
I don't know. The baby oil's hitting him right or something, dude. He looks like a superstar, dude. He looks so good. And
my man,
for a second there on Raw, he was in his bag because I stand on. He's one of the better mic people right now. And don't get me wrong, he does a nostalgic act. I get it. It resonates with me and all the people who likes the Attitude Era and stuff like that. Like he does that. But he is very good with his execution, and he's very different in a way where he does take risks with making jokes, and I'm sure they're not writing those jokes. He comes up with those jokes. I'm sure he comes up with a lot of those jokes. He got a little stuttery once on Raw, but he pulled back and he made a joke. He made a joke that even broke Roman. Roman started laughing and he had to he dead ass had to fix his face and go back. Like he went from a smile to like he broke him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm so excited to be wrong. Could it happen? He's the Slim Jim guy. It's gotta happen.
So is Jey Uso.
Well, it happened already.
Yeah, it happened for him already.
Yeah, it happened for him.
I actually enjoyed this match more than I thought I would.
It was good.
And I have to give credit to the guy that really made me enjoy the match. The standout guy for me in this match, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa stole it for me. I was having fun.
Am I getting ahead of myself by saying like I love this Solo? And it just I feel like this is him backstage.
Yeah, this
and
is more him, yeah.
Seeing him, and we were getting glimpses of it a while back because you made, like I said before, you made mention to it. Like, damn, he just looks so natural when he's like joking, and when he's playing around, he just seems so natural. But then he always had to go to this like enforcer type of style. But him like doing like Jay's taunt and it actually popping off and everyone doing it, and Jay's like, wait, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't.
Jay sold that wonderfully. I
don't even think Jay thought that would have popped the way it did when he hit them with this and they played the song and everyone starts doing it. Yo, I got chills. Yo, like this. No, let Solo cook right now. He is doing so good.
The sliding into LA Knight thing is when this match was over and the baby faces won, that was the one thing I was scared of. I was like, please don't go right into it. And it's exactly what happened. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because what ends up happening now is if this happens, if LA Knight competes against Roman Reigns for the championship, he's not going to win the championship. And if he wrestles Roman at the pay-per-view, that means he's not going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which means he won't have the briefcase either. He'll have nothing to show from this.
Okay, but no. But hold on. It's okay because he pretty much said to him, you know, I want the match you just gave him. You gave him the one-on-one. You beat him clean. I respect you. I told you couldn't do that, but you're still a coward because you never gave me that match. I want that match. And Roman said, no, you're a nobody. You don't deserve it. And fucks off. And I like LA Knight did this when he was walking. He flipped around on him and then he walked off. But when he walked off, he turned around going, make it, you name it, I'll win it. Right? So it ended there to me with like, oh, you say I didn't earn it, even though I have. He's kind of been getting his ass beat. But if he's like, he pretty much walked off and was like, "You don't think I've earned it? Set it up. I'll earn it." So I like that it ended with this, like, not this definitive LA Knight is next. It's more so I look at it as LA Knight about to go on a tear. And if that's the case, I like it. You can have LA Knight still do his thing without Brett competing for the belt while kind of still being in the light, because right now there's too many bigger stars, and I don't want the same thing to happen to him at 40, where Rock started to kind of like just his presence fucked him up a little bit, and now he kind of fell off. He's kind of getting back up there, and I want him to like build momentum off of it before he gets too crazy. But this is the start of it. This is a big fuck, dude. I'm not doing at all.
We'll see where it goes. But they're reeling people back in. The fact that it's so give and go, the fact that it's okay, he's getting pushed. Oh, damn it. We're not going to push him right now. Okay, but now we're going to push him. And now we got to put him on ice for a little bit. Then he has the big 6-man at SummerSlam. All right, well, now we're going to put him in the main event picture. I don't know, man. I've been abused for so long now. I don't know how to live life outside of this bubble.
I said it during the round table that they have something with LA Knight right now. He is fucking on fire. He is up. Now, this is very delicate. We have him in a situation where he's been getting his ass beat for a few years now. Let him build it back up. He's got the crowd on his side. There's no reason to throw him right into the top. Shine a little bit of light on him and let him work some matches. Let him build that up. Let that underdog continue to build until we have an opportunity to put him in that spot. They're in a great position with him right now. Let's build on it. Let's not start kicking his ass again and doing stupid shit with him. So, but the match was great. The match was great. I liked it. I was excited for that match. I wanted to see Royce. Really, I haven't seen much of him. He was clean.
He's right.
There. Anything crazy? I did like. No, I liked him. He's a big guy. He can move. He didn't really botch too much. It was good. Yeah. I liked it. I liked the story that was being told. I'm not really a big multi-man match guy, especially with the Usos, but like it was good. I enjoyed this one.
It was indeed good. This next match, I almost texted you, but talking about Gunther and Nick Aldis. Now hold on. Wait, okay,
we gotta glaze this fucker, dude.
What I was going to text you was specifically this. When this match was over, I said, "Man, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about Nick Aldis' side." Because I know where you stand with Gunther. I was very curious about what you thought about the performance of Nick Aldis, because for me, I gotta play it again. For my it was the right amount.
When the match first started, when he came out, I paused it, and I was going to take a screenshot, but I couldn't find my phone. I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you, and I'm sure you can remember his face when he walked out. That's a man that just got a hit of drugs. The look on his face when that crowd, shout out to them really kind of building up the match for what it was, because he got a good pop when he came out. And boy, you can see it. Like, fuck. I've been working here for how long? I haven't got a hit like that. And we're gonna talk about this again, because he ain't the only motherfucker that had that face. But that face was like, oh, and for a second he just stood there. And you can tell he just like took it in. And that was awesome. Like, it was a cool moment to see that, because it's like, we've talked about this before. Like, you can't explain that feeling. When you see it, you can respect it and understand it, but like, it's like more like probably better than morphine or any type of drug you can do. That feeling that you get, and when that yo, that boy's in fighting shape still. I don't know. Yo, that dude looked like he's been wrestling on the card for a few years now. He looked insanely great. I thought
great shape.
I did call him out and said that he looked a little wobbly when he had that tight suit on. And I can confirm it was the suit fucking him up. Because when he got in some ring attire, he was good. He was clean. He was gassed a little bit.
Was it this face?
Oh, yeah. Yep. That one right there to the left. Dude, drug. Absolute drug. He is on heroin at that moment. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then he took the jacket off. I'm like, yo, my man, yo, he's huge. Dude. So I don't know if this was like a trial thing for him. I don't know if it was something like can I have one match here? Like I just want one match. Like I feel like this was for him. His family was there and everything. Phenomenal. I think the dude was fantastic. I think if he wanted to go, I think he could. Absolutely, physically anyway, for sure. I mean, I think he can tell a story. And dude, this was good, man. Good for him. Like it was just so awesome to see Gunther just do it again. He goes in there, he performs. They had a fucking bang ass match. That shit was so good. And then Gunther just out and he's gone. And gave him a flower. That was awesome, dude. That was so good.
He accepted his victory and he kept it moving, kept it pushing.
Dude.
No furniture, no blood,
nope,
just wrestling. And they had him. That match had that audience almost the entire time of the wrestling. And
very textbook wrestling.
Yeah. And I love the fact that for a few minutes in the beginning, you could tell Nick Aldis was having he hadn't done it in a while. You know, he's just trying to figure it out a little bit, and Gunther got that heat on him pretty good.
Yep.
I love two aspects of this match: the post show after the event, and then I think it was like a day or two after he did an interview about the match. The post show, as a condition to having the match, he had to resign as general manager, so he handed Triple H his letter of resignation, to which Triple H gave this very interesting speech about being a man and stepping up, you know, when things got too personal. He goes, but as far as this letter goes, and he rips it up. He goes, you're still the general manager of SmackDown, and I expect to see you at work. And as far as Gunther goes, I want you to make sure that we keep this as unbiased as possible. Food for thought. Put a pin in that.
Mm-hmm.
And said, we're just going to keep it basic, but you're back as general manager. So he said, thank you. So to answer your question, it appears currently to be a trial.
Yeah.
But you know he can. And that it was well received.
By the boss.
Yeah. The second thing that I liked was about a day or two after they asked him about the match, and they asked him how he felt about the match. He said, whew, I was gassed. He said, I was flown sky high. He said, which is crazy. He goes, because leading up to the match, I didn't get a chance to get in the ring, but I was doing about as deep cardio exercises as I could possibly do. Personal trainer, we're trying to get that cardio in. He goes, but it's so true.
It's different.
The wrestling cliche, there's no substitute for in-ring time.
Yeah.
Something
different about hitting those ropes, dude.
It's the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's the mechanics. You know what the difference is between, I tell people this all the time. You can do all the cardio in the world and you can be in great cardiovascular shape, but it's not the same as hitting the mat and getting that air in your lungs knocked out of you. And then to pop back up and to move again while your lungs are still empty. It's a different feeling.
I'm glad you're making this point, because we're going to talk about this again down the line. We're going to this very same point you're making. We're going to talk about the opposite of that shit.
Well, this was dope.
Yes,
this was a great match.
phenomenal. This was
Great
awesome.
match.
So
Great
good.
match.
Hats
Great
off
match.
to Gunther, man. This dude can do no wrong, man. Just put him in the program. I told you before, man. It's like you don't need. He's one of the very few top tier talents that you don't need the belt on him. You don't. Even when he's saying that he deserves it, and you guys are all, it doesn't matter. Like the way he can sell a program and I think what he does in the ring is so special that like I don't even think we got to go back and watch the film. The way this guy works a match is absolutely insane, man. We need
I think
the
the greatest compliment that a wrestler of today can possibly get is when the old heads go, man, I wish I would have had him in 98 or in 96 or in 88. Because normally older generations tend to crap on newer generations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they bounce around too much. All the old heads are like, man, if I would have had a Gunther in 1997, boy. Ooh,
that's what makes him
a rich man.
And this is a point to that. He's wrestling. I wouldn't call Nick an older guy, but he is definitely has an older style. And it looked like Gunther was right at home, obviously, right? Because that's what he brings. But Gunther does this thing where he could take that style and wrestle new guys and elevate them because of the way that he does it. He doesn't have to match your game. He's not matching your game. You are fighting him, and he's going to come at you with the way that he wrestles, and you need to survive it. And that's what makes him so universal and special. So yeah, the old heads say that, but if you're a younger guy coming up or on the roster and you get a chance to work with him, I feel like that's why usually you'll see, I don't know, I feel a lot of respect from people when they wrestle them. Like they hit harder. You know, the contact is stronger. You know what I mean? Like he is one of the, you know, there was a few guys back in the day this way, but he is definitely one of the few that I can identify that is when you get, is an unwritten rule. When you get in the ring with him, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So you better hit back. Because I'm not like, I'm going to hit you. That's why this looks good. So I don't know if there's anyone else like that nowadays, but he definitely is upholding that. And I
look at the type of matches that Drew McIntyre have and Sheamus have, and then look at the matches they had with Gunther. They were almost different human beings. It's like when Superman fought Doomsday. Oh, I don't have to hold back.
I can go all out.
All right. Let's go. So yeah, this was really good. Hats off to them.
Yeah.
Hats off to them. And then this happened. And
Okay. This is where I think my take isn't gonna like. No one's gonna like my take here.
Okay.
It's not to repeat myself. I have the same stance here that I did with the Liv Morgan match. I expected this to be worse.
Okay.
So the fact that it wasn't that bad, they weren't going out of their way to do overly ridiculous stuff. I think they kept it rather tame for a ladder match. We go into these things.
This wasn't the ladder match.
This is
the 6-woman tag team.
Sorry. No. I glanced at that wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, this. Okay, no. I still have a take. They're not gonna like this. Take the words ladder out of what I just said and apply it here too. I think the same thing stands. I don't think they did a bad job, and that's me. I'm not a fan of the Bellas. I actually think Nikki did just fine. She normally has a lot of things that I hate. I think they all started and completed the match without too many errors. It was just so fucking boring. Like they were doing things and I just didn't care about it. And that's why I say it wasn't a bad match. it was a boring match, and I don't think I've ever said that about a match before. Like sometimes, like these type of matches are just trash. They're just trash matches, and they're full of things that make me go, "That's disgusting." Nothing stood out to me. I just remember it ending, and I'm like, God, that was fucking boring. Like nothing excited me here. I didn't care about any of it, and it was just they didn't do anything fun, but they also didn't really do anything bad. So
I also didn't like the match. I also feel like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There wasn't a lot of mistakes. The one huge mistake I didn't even catch, which was Brie getting the injury to the shoulder when one of the other ladies did the knee, the double knee or whatever into the steps. Apparently, they clipped Brie right on her shoulder and did some real serious damage to it. So she's going to be.
Okay. I saw that. I thought that was.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty nasty bump. I didn't know.
It looked cool to me. I didn't realize she actually got her. I was like, "Oh, that's a dope move to the steps." Until I realized
creative, but when I saw, I thought like that's very dangerous for this skill level,
and that's why we'll never see it again from whoever it was that threw it.
Was it Jace? I feel like it was. What's her name? Jamie Jace or something like that.
JC Jane.
JC Jane. Yeah,
JC
I think
Jane.
it was her.
It was one of them. I can't remember exactly which one it was that threw the knee, but as the infamous Dusty Rhodes once said, "Don't do shit you don't know how to do, baby." That's it. I actually thought this was one of the better Bella matches.
Yeah,
which is it's not a very high bar to have to reach, but it was one of the jokes that I was making with my wife is up until the knee drop, which I wasn't sure was a real injury. Didn't look like an injury, but it did look gnarly. And I was like, up until that point, I was like, this match had been relatively clean.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody's in the right spot. It looks like everybody's hit what they have to hit. There is something I'd like to bring up to the boring aspect.
Okay.
A lot of the ladies in this matchup, to use video game terminology, they use a lot of taunts. There's not a lot of storytelling. They're emoting when they do things.
Okay, I never really thought about it like that, but I think
there's a difference. There's a difference between storytelling to an audience and acknowledging an audience. A taunt, when you do a taunt, that's acknowledging the audience. You're letting them know that you see them there, and as a baby face, you want their support, and as a heel, they can all fuck off. So every time, like JC Jane does a lot of taunts. She starts looking at the camera. She looks at the crowd. They said the phrase, "We're taking over the division," like 4 fucking times, which means somebody in the back was like, "Let them know that you're taking over the division."
Oh, you're taking over the division.
And they said, "We're gonna make sure they know we're taking over the division." But it's not. It's different than storytelling. An example of the difference between taunting and storytelling would be for a heel, you do a move, boom, she sells it, look in the camera, "We're taking over the division." That's the taunt. Storytelling would be you do the move, boom, you put her in a hold, and you smack her around a bit, and you pull her by the hair and look her in the face. "We're taking over the division." Bah! That's storytelling. You're talking shit to them, and then you get up to the audience. "Look at me. My shit don't stink." And they'll go, "Oh, fuck this bitch." Yeah. There's a difference. There's a psychology to it. Whereas you can implement the things that you want to implement, but you got to do it in multiple ways. The source of strength for the baby face is the audience. So you want to cut that tie between the baby face and the audience. I don't know how many times I've heard it. It's a little overused, but a well-known example is when the babyface does this big thing. He fires up. He's feeling it. And then there's a cutoff. And the heel stops him. Boom. And he cuts him down. And he starts whooping on him, boom. And he throws him into the steps. Bam. And he looks at the crowd. And he goes, oh, this is your guy? Is this your boy right here? Dog, this is the guy?
Is this your childhood hero?
Guy. Yeah, he's better than me, huh? Dog. Heel work. Storytelling. It's different. Don't just tell the audience you're the shit. Because if you're not known, they don't believe it.
Right.
Beat the shit out of this woman and show them that you're for real, and then tell them you're the best. That's because now you're not just saying it. When you say it, they go, no one. If someone out of the blue just walked up to you and just said something to you, you would look at them like they're fucking crazy. But if you just saw them beat the shit out of somebody right in front of you, and then they looked at you and said, yeah, I'll fucking kill you, and be like, he has a point.
He might. He fucking might.
He might.
He did homie right there.
Yeah, he just. I'm seeing some dude napping right now. He's 1-0 right now.
Look, that guy didn't look tired about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's fucking sleep right now.
That dude was wide awake like 120 seconds ago, bro. And this dude whooped his ass in 2 minutes and then looked at me and said, "You next." And I'm like, well, I may not be afraid.
Bro. You got it, bro.
I may not be afraid, but I'm concerned, and that's where the audience would be if you just did a regular move and then just said, "Hey, man, we're taking over the division." The audience would be like, "All right, whatever." But if you take Paige or Abella and you drop them on their fucking head and you look him in the face and yeah, I'm taking over the division. Hey, easy. This is supposed to be an exhibition. It's like, calm down, son. That's probably why you and a lot of other people, because if you listen to that audience during this match, nobody gave a shit. Nobody really.
Boring. It's very boring.
So it is what it is. But to give them credit, they didn't exactly have a terrible match. 7 minutes, in and out, get your shit in, get your shit out. They got a chance to run the angle at the end where they turned on Paige and the Bellas. We're supposed to do their own thing, but now we're short breeze. So it looks like we just started a one-on-one program between Paige and Nikki Bella for some reason. Get ready for that when at Money in the Bank, boys and girls. We're gonna need that payoff, or maybe they'll just throw it on a random Raw or something like that. Who knows?
That'd be nice.
The payoff they'll make. We'll give them the main event. You know, just because everybody gets a turn at the main event on Monday Night Raw nowadays. So it is what it is. And now it's time. I hit the wrong one. There it is. Now it's time for the WWE Championship. It is CM Punk, or as they've been calling him on the internet, Swole M Punk, with the traps and the delts, Batista muscles as it is. CM Punk out here looking brawling.
Relax. He was not that fucking big. Relax.
Brawling.
No, I don't know. Okay, this must be a joke because he really.
Oh man, his hometown coming from your local GNC, baby.
Yeah,
that whey protein shake, baby. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I do whey protein, baby. Yeah. I get big. I get swole. He's the WWE champion. And then there's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Okay, well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about that entrance?
Yes, we're going to start at the entrance.
He did it again, motherfucker. I don't know if you don't like it. I shit was fired. I can't lie. That fucking headpiece was so good, dude.
I was worried at first when the 8-bit SummerSlam thing came up. I was like, because that happened straight from like a commercial or something. So like, here's this 8-bit thing. It looked like our new logo with the 8-bit. I was like, oh shit, what the hell is this? And then it gave us the select screen. And I was like, oh, is this another commercial? Because they were doing Street Fighter commercials like all night. Mm-hmm. So then it goes to Cody and Punk. And I was like, oh, is this the intro? Like, I was so confused watching this. But then, the greatest moment in human history. the one time tested theory is now confirmed to be true.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, it really does go with everything. The internet troll is correct. Gayu theme goes with everything. When I saw the screen change, no way! I popped hard. I was like, yes! It really does go with everything.
So good.
I was so invested. And then I saw the helmet. I was bothered by the helmet.
And you loved it.
That
It
was
good. Dude,
that was disturbing. That was a weird look.
so good. And they even kind of did his hair a little bit. They did his hair up, his actual hair up a little bit.
A little bit.
For the amount of hair he had, it looked a little up than normal.
He gave himself a little updo.
I love that helmet. I thought the helmet was dope. I'm a sucker for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I actually was gonna make this point. I'm a little excited to see it. Cause like
you mentioned, we have a short of you saying that. You're ready to go.
Some of the clips that they showed during this showed a little bit more action. I'm not gonna hold you. That's just it don't look terrible. I'm a little upset that Chun-Li ain't thick, but if the movie turns out Akuma looked decent from the little clips that I saw, so that's another thing that's kind of crazy is that like Cody's getting all the press from this, and we know Roman Reigns is also in this movie.
Yes.
That's what's crazy.
To be fair, it doesn't really fit what he does on the program. Like,
I wonder if it's just like a small segment because 50 Cent is also in this movie, who's also getting no press on this at all, which is a little confusing.
Well, I mean, I think he's a smart businessman. Let's wait and see what these numbers do before I start putting my name all over this shit.
Yeah, but he plays such a cool character too. Boy.
Let's see if he plays it well.
I mean, I have no doubt that 50 could probably pull it off. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked there. That was cool. They kind of got me. The promotion was great. They got me a little excited to watch the movie, and the helmet was fantastic. I loved it.
And then there was Punk's entrance, which he brought back the walkout into silence deal, give him the whole it's clobbering time. Then we turn on the graphics. I like that entrance for him because it proves a point that I've always said to people: there's over and then there's over. Is it the presentation? Is it the music, the lights, the whole shebang that gets you over, or are you over? This man is over. There's no doubt about that at all whatsoever. And then we get to the match.
Was there a question that Punk was over? I feel like that's the whole reason why he's here.
No, I don't think there's a question of whether or not he's over. I just love the entrance as a display of the difference in thought.
Okay, understood.
If you're in the back and you want to talk shit about CM Punk, go out there with no music and see how this audience reacts to you. Because there's people coming out there to music that get no reaction.
Right.
He's coming out there with nothing and they're on their feet, right? So the entrances are over, and then we get to the match.
Not a fan? Who do you point the finger at?
Honestly, both.
Okay.
I think both of them have a little bit of blame to hold here, and the reason why I say that, my wife will attest to this. She got a little startled because I was dead quiet watching this. I was sitting on the floor watching this. She was on the couch on her phone, and out of the blue, I just yelled really loud. So she like kind of jumped because she didn't see it coming, and I yelled out loud. I put my head in my hand and I went, "Who's driving the fucking car?"
Okay, I see.
Because I feel like there's 4 hands on this wheel, and this car is doing all kinds of this shit. Cody likes to call his matches. Punk likes to call his matches. This is Austin Taker all over again. That's what happened at SummerSlam. As a matter of fact, it's so ironic that 28 years prior to this match, it was the same complaint. Who's driving this shit? Traditionally speaking, the heel would call the match. There are no heels in this match. It's two baby faces. Remember what it said on the pod? Two muffs trying to get fucked. That's what's happening here. I called it. I said that about the build. That it didn't work because it's two people with the same skill set trying to do the same exact thing to one another. It just didn't make sense. I didn't know. I did not realize it would translate into the match. That these two individuals... You
probably would have had an idea it could have happened.
No. You know what I thought was going to happen? And I'm being 100% honest. But I really thought this was going to happen. I thought Punk was going to do most of the selling. I thought as the champion, in an attempt to keep Cody... I thought Punk would win the match, but in an attempt to keep Cody looking somewhat strong by the end of this, that Cody would do most of the heavy lifting as far as the offense go. They went tit for tat, back and forth this entire fight. They started off very technical, which I have no problem with, obviously. But they didn't transition out of that very well. And I know a lot of people are going to point to the moonsault. Oh, that moonsault is what killed the whole momentum. I don't necessarily know if
even he laughed. He knew that shit was ass.
Can I be honest? I felt like I felt the laugh made it worse. I get it. You made fun of yourself. All right, I tried something and it didn't work.
That shit was ass.
I think him laughing about it gave an air or a feeling of kind of not giving a shit. And I that,
or
to
just
me,
being
that's
embarrassed.
just my opinion.
It could be embarrassment.
After make the joke at the press conference. You're supposed to be in a fight. You built this. Punk built this, and Cody built this as a match of. Oh, so we're there. It's two friends at odds, and I don't know that if you're in a fight with your friend, you take a minute to laugh at yourself.
I think that's the exact place that you do it.
I don't feel that way. I don't know. I was bothered by it. I don't mind the attempt, despite the fact that by now he should know better, because he's attempted those things in the when he was in his 20s. He couldn't hit a moonsault. I don't know why he thinks at 40 something he's just gonna drop on a dime in the main. We
locked in.
He wasn't locked in. Did you see what happened? He gave him the Terry Funk sideways bump. I said, Steph, did you see that? It's the first time in history where the person who was taking the moonsault didn't move, and the guy giving the moonsault was the one who moved out of the way. They reversed it. Normally, the guy does the moonsault, and he avoids it. He moves out of the way. It's the first time in history the guy wanted to take it, and the guy giving it said, you know what? For safety purposes, I'm just going to go the other way. Yeah, Cody was like, give it to him, baby. And Punk was like, nah. You get about 35-40% of this moonsault. That's it. That's all you get.
35? He got 2%. He got his knee.
He gave him a backflip shining wizard.
Was nowhere near him. It's insane.
I didn't like this match at all. I didn't like the match at all. The 30 minutes too, by the way, right? I don't mind 30 minutes for a WWE Championship match, but on a show that had, before I speak out of turn, let me get that exact number because I was bothered by this. This was one of those matches where it was 30 minutes, and brother, it felt like it. It felt like 30 minutes. Let me click this one so I can get it right. 13 minutes, which was the women's match that opened. 11, 11, 7, and then 30. I was like, oh my God. Everybody was in and out, in and out, in and out, and these motherfuckers took a walk.
They're the champs. They get all the time.
Again, the only thing that ruins that for me is that they weren't last. if this would have been last, the 30 minutes I don't think would have bothered me. It's the main event. It's the WWE Championship. It's some sort of a heated feud. All right, cool. We had another match after this. That they were out there for so long, legit, no lie. I forgot there was a match after. Because they had been going for so long, it felt like a 30-minute main event match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's starting to really kill me right now. But we're getting through this, baby. And so I wasn't really feeling it. How did you feel about the match as a whole?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna kind of go back to what I said with some of the other matches, but I think here it hurts it because I don't think this is where I'm supposed to feel about that. It just felt dry. I don't know if it's a chemistry thing. I don't think it was. I don't know. When I saw, I kind of felt like it was Punk. I don't know if it was because of the moonsault, but I just really didn't feel. I didn't really feel a lot of energy from Punk. I don't know. It just felt dull. I don't think they did too many crazy things that were bad. And I also don't know what I'm looking at Punk saying I think this is on him. Is that me just accepting what Cody gives us? Because he didn't do anything special. I don't think he did anything spectacular either. But I think Cody just did what Cody does. And he's got the formula. It's working for him. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong. But I don't think Punk has a formula. So when Punk is off, he has nothing to go back to, right? Whereas the Cena, stick to the script. It don't matter if they get annoyed. The majority is going to like it. Cody's doing that. And I think it kind of, I don't want to use the word expose Punk. I think that's a little too much, but you see what I'm trying to say. Like, it kind of showed a different side of Punk to where, like, he just seemed off this day. I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading this right. That's just kind of the vibe I got from it when I saw it. I just like, man, Punk just really, I'm not really getting from him what I normally get from him. So I don't know. It just felt dull. And to me, that makes this match bad because I'm not supposed to be getting this from this level of talent. Like these are like 2 of the top 5 dogs in the business right now. I should be getting a lot of storytelling, excitement from this match, and I'm not getting that. So for them, it hurts the match that they kind of fall in line to with some of the other matches made me feel. So
I look at sample sizes when I'm grading the efforts or the abilities of 2 individuals. What I mean by that is you look at the resume, right? Punk and Drew McIntyre had amazing chemistry. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes did not.
Yes.
Punk and Gunther had some really good chemistry. Cody and Gunther did not. There are situations.
Starting to see a pattern here.
My thing is this, and I think I didn't think about it until you just said it. But I agree with you more than you know, because when you compare it to Cena, because Cody has made that statement before, I patterned myself a lot after Cena. Cena had a formula, but Cena had been in there with Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, JBL, Taker, you name it. Guys who could do the formula, but if necessary, would abandon the formula for what worked in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Cody can't wrestle on the fly. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
he's not in business to do so. Cody's
afraid to get out of the framework. Cody knows this works, so let's stay here.
Yeah. I'm not going back to AEW.
Yeah.
Not going back, God damn it.
Grab him by the nape of their jacket. I'm not going back.
I'm not going back. Fuck
oh, what's that clip from? You ever seen the clip from Wolf of Wall Street? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. I think sometimes he gets nervous about leaving that formula, even if it is Punk. because and I think there's an element of this to it, and I don't mean this personally to Cody, but I feel like in a situation with Punk, if you leave it to just calling it on the fly, he's gonna get swallowed up. Because if there's anybody in that company that can do it on the fly, it's CM Punk. I think Cody would feel comfortable doing it with a lower, like a Penta or a Chad Gable, because they'll concede to Cody's version of on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
If you let Cody go off the riff from his head, you're following Cody as you go off riff, it might work out better. But I see a Punk who is in the ring and you've both mutually decided we're just going to call it, he's just going to start saying shit. He's not going to wait. He's on that. As far as wrestling goes, Punk's got that Mamba mentality. I'm in charge of this shit right here. He was doing that before he should have ever been doing it. All those stories came out of Randy Taker getting in the ring with an OVW Punk going, who's calling this match? Shut the fuck up. Let's go. He's damn sure not going to listen to you as WWE champion. As the fucking old guy in the match, no shot. I think Cody wants to stick to the framework, and I think that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You get the generic brand of whatever that's supposed to be. So
yeah, but Punk should at this point know how to wrestle that as well. Or are you just saying he just kind of like it was like they were, but it was just like a clash of like not a full commitment. Is that what you're trying to like?
It's not it wasn't a full commitment from Punk to the structure because he got the vibe in the room. The structure wasn't working. So now what happens is that what we're doing isn't working. In a wrestler's mind, we shift. I don't think Cody wants to shift.
No.
So what you get is someone who's going through the motions. And when they go through the motions, you get a match that, while technically might still be on point, it feels like it's in the mud. 30 minutes was not an accident. I think 30 minutes is them trying to not give up on the format. It's them continuing to do more things in the hopes of getting them back. Mm-hmm. And then when the moonsault happened,
I think that was the moment. I think that was the match. Out. That was the cash out.
Time to go home.
Mary? I don't know if
time to go home. Yes, it very much. There's no other way that he came up with the idea of me doing a moonsault, unless it was the idea of this might get him.
We're gonna get him back. Yeah.
If I could hit this, we're back. And it just
and you know what would make more sense with his facial reaction was just like, all right, well, this is done.
We tried. That was it.
Oh well.
He said, we tried.
No,
time to, give him the Iggy. Time to go home. Let's get the fuck out of here. At least we were. That's the one time in the whole night he probably told himself, well, thank God I wouldn't last. All right, Barack Obama, you up next. Fuck it.
Save this shit.
We tried. There it was. Well, yeah. It was what it was. And speaking of which, our main event, the Hell in a Cell match. Obafemi, Barack, Lesnar, and boy, that entrance had that retirement feel. Here it is, boys. One last go around. One more round for the old head. Let's go right to the major criticism.
Okay.
There was a lot of people who liked it, a lot of people who didn't. Mixed bag.
Okay, what was criticism?
Let's talk about the major criticism, the one that everyone walked away with, saying that
the glazing.
No. The cell wasn't needed.
The cell.
The cell wasn't needed.
The handoff.
They said no. They had a fight. They had a fight, and they never really used the cell. There wasn't a whole lot of. They didn't break the door. They didn't break the fence. They didn't throw each other into the fence. There was no grinding. There was no usage of the actual cells. Matter of fact, the one rough thing they really did was a table spot, which you could have done with no cell there.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So they're saying there was no reason for it to be in a cell?
No reason to be in the cell. Just do the third match. Just do a blow off. Because That's what they ended up really doing. They didn't really use the cell. So what did we need the cell there for? They hyped it like it was going to be this big ferocious fight, and it was a fight, and it wasn't a bad fight.
So
They
it wasn't
just
ferocious
never
because
used-
no one grinded someone's face against the cage?
If it's
That's neither one of their styles.
which is all the more reason to why did we have the cell. If it's neither one of their styles, then why did we book it? If you're gonna have a no disqualification match, what's with all the chain wrestling? If you're gonna have a ladder match, why are we not doing anything with the ladder? It's the point of the gimmick. You have a gimmick in place, with the idea being the purpose of the cell. Because remember, these are two warriors fighting each other. 99 times out of 100, the reason for a cage doll is to keep outside influences out and to make sure the action stays inside the ring, but it also adds an element of danger. The cage is a weapon. Who's going to use the cage? They never used the cage. So people said you could have the same exact. It's the Indiana Jones theory. Raiders of the Lost Ark. You take Indiana Jones out of Raiders of the Lost Ark, that movie happens exactly the same way. Nothing really changes.
Okay.
They still, it's from Big Bang Theory. They still find the Ark. They still all die from opening the Ark. Nothing changes. If you remove Indiana Jones from Raiders of the Lost Ark, movie is the same. You take every element of the Ober Brock Lesnar match and just remove the cell. It's the same exact match. The ripping of the canvas, the tombstone pile driver on the plank of woods, everything happens the same without the cell. And that's the only real criticism of the match. They love that he lost. They love that he put him over so well at the end, passed the torch. They had a physical match. They didn't half-ass it. They beat the shit out of each other for 11 minutes. That was a concern we had on the pod. We said that 6-7 minute match is not going to work. We need to go a little longer. It was 11 minutes, and
I thought it was closer to the 15 you called.
11. If we were playing Price is Right, Stephen James would have won with his 12-minute and 37-second prediction or whatever the fuck. It was 11 minutes for 40 seconds, longer than the other ones, but not too long. High impact, nothing really wrong with it. The only criticism is you could have had that without the cell.
So where do you stand?
I agree, and the only reason I agree with I agree with the we didn't need to sell after I've seen what they did before the match when we were hyping it and getting ready. I was all for the sell. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be
but even you said you don't want too much of that bullshit.
I don't want too much of the toys. I don't want the chairs and the glass and the thumbtacks and they gave me a table anyway. That's the one thing I didn't want. I just wanted them and the cell. That's what I wanted. You have a cell, use the cell. The cell is not part of the bullshit. The cell is the match. I didn't need the table spot. I didn't even need the canvas and the wood planks. I needed the cell. You made it a Hell in a Cell match. Use the cell. They never really used the cell. It never really happened. In fact, there was such little involvement with the cell. I was pissed at the entrances because one of the best parts about Hell in a Cell and its presentation is when the wrestler does their entrance and they take a second and they take in the cell before they walk in. Where they do their entrance, they do whatever they're going to do, they walk toward the ring and they get to the cell and they pause and they go, okay, I'm about to get in here. Here we go. And they go in, and the second guy usually closes the door behind him to indicate somebody went to get their ass whooped. This time, they did both entrances and there was no cell. They had both guys do their entrances, and then while they were in the ring,
but who's gonna walk in scared?
They lowered the cell. No,
who's walking in scared?
Apprehension is not fear.
Yeah, but
I don't need them to be afraid.
I understand what you're saying.
Sell it. It's a sell.
No, I don't want that from either one of these guys, though. In this particular scenario, I don't want I don't want that. Enough. Stop the music. Lower this fucking cage. I want to beat the shit out of him. Okay, like
that's actually.
I don't want.
That's
that.
actually another reason why I didn't like it, because I actually thought in my head that there would be a jump start. I thought Oba would come out first. He'd be in the ring, and then Lesnar would do his thing. He'd come in the cage, and as soon as he got in the cage, Oba was just going to unload, because that's the vibe I got. This was like a blood feud. Let's get after it. Da da da.
Right.
No, it's just their regular intros and just all right.
I don't know.
What do they say? No
like
urgency.
It. I'm sitting here listening. I'm trying to like. I fucking hate this critique. I'm not saying you. I don't like it. I think we're fucking nitpicking. I think we're looking for a reason to be upset. The sell, whether they fucking grinded each other's face on it or not, was a good aesthetic. Okay, it's two big burly dudes beat the shit out of each other in a cell. That's more than enough for me. I don't need them doing fucking arm slingshot them into the cage and grinding them face and fuck. That's not their style. I understand everything you're saying, and you're not wrong. But I think this match is an exception. I don't think either one of these guys should be doing that. I don't think either one of these guys should be utilizing those things. Des, I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of the table. I don't think they needed the table, but if you take the table out of it and keep the match the way it was, and I also agree with you with the padding at the end, only because Brock didn't take the bump on it.
Brock didn't take the bump, or Oba fucked that up. There's a chicken and the egg conversation happening right now about whether or not Oba accidentally misplaced him, because when he took the bump, when Brock he looked like he was expecting wood, and then when he hit, he went, "What the fuck?" And he looked over and said, "Oh shit, we missed. Fuck it." Yeah,
right. Listen, Brock's not going to complain about that.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Hey, it's over. It's done.
Okay. I just got paid. I didn't take the bump. We're good.
Yeah.
So that's
I was willing to take it. I was willing to take it.
That was my only gripe. That was my only gripe, was the spot at the end. I don't know if it was a miss or whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not going to dwell on that. But to fucking bitch about the fact that a cage is there and that they weren't wrestling outside of their style of wrestling, to me is fucking beyond me. I'll never understand half the fucking complaints that you bring in here. I really don't
take that it's not their style excuse, because if it's not their styles, don't put them in the fucking cell.
Why not?
It's not their styles. It's not their. That's why not. It's not their styles.
I want to fight you in a cage. I don't want to put you through.
Why? Why do you want to fight him in a cage? Just because.
Because I want to. Yeah, I want to fight you in a fucking cage. And they built it up about how, like Brock, they said, what did they say? Like Brock never lost in a cage in Hell in a Cell. He never lost.
Yeah, which was hilarious because they also mentioned that he only had 2.
So what? 2-0 is still 2-0. Oh man, you motherfuckers will find anything, dude. Oh my god. Fuck you guys, dude. You can't have it.
Hell in a Cell, man. It was the same opponent.
Dude, I'm convinced, and this goes for a lot of things. It's not just wrestling, but for the sake of this argument, you guys are on the fucking hot seat. I swear, part of being a wrestler is just finding, like, you cannot be content. There has to be something you're upset about.
You should see wrestlers who watch their own shit.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, baby.
I can imagine. Fuck. No, fuck you guys. That shit was good, dude. There were a few things I could have, would have preferred to go a little bit different, but I think it was awesome the way it went. My thing is, I'm not sure. I'm not, and I know this is a time frame of wrestling that we're in. I almost fucking blame Cody for it, but I'm almost kind of like
Cody's sitting there like, the fuck did I do?
I'm over the wrestler on wrestler glazing. Like, I don't like this. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch. And then we go in there and you're like, this is my guy. Love this guy. He's the man. I'm the old. He's the new.
To be fair,
I'm getting so no. I want my
wrestler. Brock.
I don't want to. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't want to see it. When you feud with someone, You're not allowed to speak to that person for the rest of your life. I want you to hate them forever. Stop this shit. Stop it, please.
This is why it's unfair to Brock, because 24 years he never really did it. The reason why, as a matter of fact, he used to get into a lot of trouble because he would talk shit about people outside of the WWE. Like in interviews, he would talk it up. He would keep kayfabe. Fuck that guy. The reason why you're sick of it is exactly because of the culprit of this is Cody Rhodes.
Everyone is his friend. It's a friend
he
match.
Respects everybody. Everybody, I respect him. I respect him.
Not saying
I have so much respect for you.
I'm not saying you have to hate everybody. Just stop telling me everybody's your friend. I have so much respect for you. Shut up! Stop respecting me, damn it!
Yeah. You start hitting them. Respect me less, motherfucker.
Stop respecting me, god damn it.
It was definitely Cody, and it's actually part of the reason why this is the bad time to bring this up. But a lot of AEW storylines is like that, and he brought that element with his game when he came back to WWE, because that's every AEW storyline. Everybody except MJF all loves everybody. Everybody respects everybody. Everybody is like, we were friends. Oh, God damn it. Okay. You need less friends. You need less friends. Be an adult.
I want him to hate somebody.
Speaking of friendship, let's get into this shit for a goddamn second. Because remember how we started this conversation? I was very upset at the choice of opening match for night one. I started to be upset for this opener. Because I'm like, Finn and Sammy have to open a number one contenders match opening night one? That's crazy. Oh, baby, was I wrong. I was wrong, because here comes Nick Aldis, letting everybody know, hey, I'm back to being SmackDown GM, and in the interest of fairness, I'm adding someone to the match. And it's Gunther. And Gunther forces the handshake. Come on.
I loved, can I say, I loved the forced handshake, because he did the job. He stayed neutral. He gave him the opportunity, and like a fucking smug prick. Oh, you're neutral, huh? And I love the way Nick sold it. He's just like the first was like, fuck you, dude. But then like keeping it, dude. That little storytelling right there was fuck. I love that. That was.
I was gassed. I said, "What? I'm getting back to back. Gunther. Let's do this. I'm ready to go. Triple threat match. Let's go. Me and Steph are hype. I got my beer with me. I'm ready to go." And then he says, "Time out." I didn't say this was a triple threat match. I added another person, and I'm making this a fatal four-way. And Kevin Owens comes out. And as the great Gorilla Monsoon once said, the place went banana. I couldn't believe it. It was a happening. He's free. He's clear. The neck is good to go. And I know the neck is good to go because Kevin made sure we all got a chance to see just how good that neck was.
Hey, yo.
Because this motherfucker, I refuse to pause. I meant every word.
That's a big pause. Listen.
No, I refuse. I'm powering through.
You can press play. I'm on pause. Hey, yo.
He started going crazy. He's clotheslining. He's cannonballing. He's doing everything.
He went in.
And my wife just going, this is the one with the broken neck. I said,
off the top, swantons. He was going
off. And perfect storytelling. Sammy's watching all this happen. Mm-hmm. He's so stunned. And then the hug. Welcome back, brother. I thought I'd never see you again. but fuck you. But fuck you. No, fuck you.
And it was in that moment. It was in that moment that I realized these two need to be around each other, because there was a split second there where I didn't hate Sammy for just a second. I go, I love this. I love this. But real quick, let's rewind for a second, because I like that we jumped right into how hard he went very fast. The look on his face when he came out.
The Nick Aldis thing you talked
Nick
about earlier.
Aldis didn't have shit on the emotion that this man, like,
for those of you who are unaware, his career was over.
I think I was just about at some point between then and now, he had to accept his career was over.
It was done. Yeah.
He
was told by a medical professional it was over.
The second his neck broke, instantly in his head, there's a possibility. Let's find out. The moment he got the diagnosis, there had to be some type of content that this is over.
Mm-hmm.
And now to see him walk out and go, I almost lost this.
Yeah.
This I shouldn't.
You're making me fuzzy right now, man.
I'm getting chills. And you can see the story in his face. He's like, I'm not supposed to be here right now.
You want to make it more emotional for people out there? Everyone take the chance when you can. Go watch Kevin Owens' NXT debut match and watch his entrance. He replayed that entrance you saw at SummerSlam was that entrance, because for so many years, over a decade, he was on the indies for forever. And when Sammy got signed first, there was a good chance I'm never making it to WWE. When he went to NXT, his first entrance was exactly the same. A slow walk out. He looks left, he looks right, he turns around and he looks at the staging. And he just takes it in and he goes, man, I'm in the WWE. And he turns around and looks at the audience and does the whole deal, and he goes to the ring, and now it's time for business. Same deal. He comes out, monster pop. He takes it in, he turns around, he looks at the staging. I'm back. Look at this. Turns around, does the whole deal. He's tutoring us in.
The cool thing is, like, the whole story that's being told there is that, like, he's taking it in, and I can feel it. I can feel I was so close to losing this. I'm gonna enjoy every fucking.
Did you see the video clips of the fans that were crying?
Oh yeah, they were showing. Yeah. Well,
it reminded me of when Edge came back. Remember the footage of all the women and the guys that were like actual tears and like, guys, he was gone.
He's gone.
He was gone from this industry, and then that's it.
And then right back to what we were talking about, he got in that ring
and went off.
And he showed his fucking. I was scared. I was on edge the whole time. Like, stop rolling. Can you please stop facing yourself downward when you do stuff? You're gonna hurt yourself. Stop. He just kept going. He couldn't stop, dude. He just went off. Completely went off.
Completely. And I took a minute. When the four of them were standing there, I said, Steph, look at this four-way right now. Kevin Owens, Gunther, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor.
Okay,
so let's...
What was that? What was that energy? What was that energy?
So let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
Everybody was super excited for Kevin, as well as we should be, because this is a big moment in this man's life. Everybody was excited at the prospect of Gunther wrestling back-to-back nights. There were actually some people pretty excited about the efforts put together by Sami Zayn. The collective, we just said a second ago about the criticism of the Hell in a Cell. People are starting to get to a point where they're outright sad. They feel terrible for Finn Balor, bro. It's starting to get emotional for people. It's like, why do they keep doing my dog like this, bro? Why do they keep dogging him like this? I don't know if he was supposed to win or not. I was rooting for him to win. When Kevin Owens came out, collectively, I think everybody was just like, well, there's your winner. There's no way he comes back from neck injury and wins this. Doesn't win this. Now, I'm going to make another proclamation. I've been good with these so far. I'm going to make another proclamation here. And we're not going to know if I'm right until January. But I'm calling it here. Kevin Owens is winning this year's Royal Rumble. He's going to, I'm not joking. He's going to be in the main event of one of the nights of WrestleMania. Yeah. On the caveat that everything stays the way that it is.
Yeah.
He's going to the WrestleMania main event for one of the world titles. I don't know who. There's a built-in story to have it be Roman, but I think Roman is better served for someone else. So I don't know who that champion will be, but I'm calling it here. They are big Kevin Owens fans backstage. Everyone who puts the show together, I'm telling you, he's going to be well taken care of toward the later end of this. So I'm looking forward to see what happens next. But as far as the match itself, match was great. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was really, really good. The surprises had me going. And when it was over, I looked at my wife and said, that's how you start a SummerSlam, just so we're all clear. That's how you do it. I don't know what that bullshit was yesterday, but that's how you do it right there.
I've never been a big fan of either one of them. Kevin, I was starting to grow on a lot before he got injured. So it's really nice to see he's going to get, how we do it, I don't know, but he's going to get his shot. So
that's it. I'm worried about
a comeback from the ashes like that, dude. We are about to watch. I mean, hope the man stays safe and stays healthy. We are about to witness something really cool with him. Really cool with him.
I'm super excited to see what happens with Kev. We were talking about Finn because Finn
I was excited to see Finn in there too. Like when they started coming out, I'm like, dude, this is awesome for Finn, man. He's been like kind of low key babysitting for a while. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like give the man a run.
It's been 10 years. Finn Balor hasn't been champion since 2016 when he won it at SummerSlam. I'd like to remind people, yes, Finn hurt his shoulder. He had to relinquish the title. You know who had that title after Finn? It was Kevin. And Kevin hasn't had it since either. Both of them have been behind the 8 ball for 10 years. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
We'll see.
Let's see what happens. Now, speaking of from the ashes, comes a phoenix rising from the muck and the mire. What the fuck is this? I wish Steven was still here right now because explain yourself, motherfucker. What is happening? And all jokes aside, I actually think that this outcome supports Steve's case, which was he was saying that the heel aspect of Baron Corbin. There are a lot of strong heels in WWE right now. And he's a heel they feel comfortable with. So keeping those words in my mind as I watch this, surprised they did it for sure, not shocked. Because the money is always in the chase. Now, if the idea is they got the belt off of him, a trick, and they're just going to put him in Money in the Bank to see if he wins that, I think that's a waste. I actually did not think that this was a terrible match. I didn't think it was that bad. What did you feel about the match itself?
I think it was solid. I actually, if I was curious why Corbin in the fashion that they did it as fast as they did, at least all for this one match, I get it. Like, and I think it's a fantastic counterpart that like Trick kind of needs right now. He's a big body. He could wrestle with him. The match was great.
This was the first time I've seen Trick in a match where he did most of the selling.
Yeah, he got his ass beat.
He got his ass beat in this match.
He did.
And that was very refreshing to see that he could do it, I think is the thing for me. So
yeah, he didn't look bad taking the loss.
No,
I want more of this.
Yeah, he didn't look bad in there. It's amazing what wrestling can look like when you have a clear baby face and a clear heel.
Mm-hmm.
And how much more magic you get out of that dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
We sat here and we talked about Trick Williams and Ricky Saints. And Ricky Saints is in Liv Morgan territory for me, but he is playing the heel in that part. There's a lot of times where Trick is the more physical presence, so it's harder for him to get the sympathy. That's not the case here. Baron's a big boy, and he was tossing that ass around, and I was very. I'm not pausing here either. I'm sorry.
I refuse.
I refuse. I'm standing 10 toes and 2 balls down on this. I'm telling you now. This is what it is. Baron Corbin is your new United States champion. Damn it, I'm not opposed to it. That was a hell of a
program. You got me on the hook. Let's see the program.
That's the follow through, right? Like, where do we go from here? All right. I made my jokes before this thing happened. Baron Corbin made me eat my words a little bit. He showed me some shit.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up. Let's see where it goes.
They're not giving up on Trick. I just saw
I
just saw a Trick Williams and Liv Morgan commercial for a credit card. They're committed to it.
Okay? Yeah, let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it. So
let's talk about it. Baby.
I'm interested now to see someone of his stature going head to head with him now with Trick on the chase. With the heel in front. With the heel in front. And with Trick on the chase. I wouldn't even mind if this bounced back and forth a few times. I know I may be getting ahead of myself a little bit because it's exciting to see as big as a face as I think Trick is becoming. It's nice to have that heel that you have to go after now. So let's see what they do. They got me on the hook. Let's see how they deliver the program.
Let's see what's up. Exactly. Let's see what's up. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about it.
By the way, good for Corbin. It come from the ashes.
Hey, man. Like a roaring phoenix. He did good. He did good. Good stuff. And now we're talking about the 5-way ladder match. Now, I would like to give you, Joe, and Steve a ton of credit. When I was prepping this match, I don't know if anybody picks up on it, but unless I feel really strongly about it, I like my guests to do most of the intro work for that. And I start asking questions about how other people feel. And I'll be honest, normally I have a bullet locked and loaded in my head about what I'm going to say when everybody else is done. Okay. When we did this live conversation, I was completely and 100% blown away by the fact that everybody was just okay with Chelsea Green winning this.
It made the most sense. And of course, Chelsea's fucking awesome.
Here's the funny part. I didn't think it made sense until the three of you made it make sense. Yeah. And then I went, you know what? Everyone always talks shit about me convincing people into shit when it comes to stories and characters.
That's right.
I was the sold one.
Give us our flower.
I said, you know what? You've sold me on it. I'm on board. That's perfect. You know what? I'm picking Chelsea Green. That's it.
Hey,
Smart
listen.
money.
No. We've been Team Chelsea since the Intercontinental thing started, or that women's title started.
We're big supporters of Chelsea Green on this podcast.
We chose out of that big group. We picked her out to win that one, and she did.
And she did. You're absolutely right. We did pick her to win the U.S. title.
Out of a big group of people, we said,
but
we worked through that whole thing and said she has to be the pick. She has to. We did it again.
She was. We did it again. But here's the thing. I have to keep it 100. I chose Chelsea Green because I thought it would be a perfect position since it was a mid-card title. I did not believe that they would actually have the balls to pull the trigger on the world title. I didn't. And I love the post-show. I would like to dedicate this win to Michael Hayes and everybody else. Suck. They had me and multi-person ladder matches. It's not my favorite thing in the world. But there was some serious, they call it a Baldo bomb, but Lash Legends double choke kind of throw down onto Tiffany was a stiff shot. And there was some stuff here, man. It was pretty serious.
I think first of all, this is another thing that is coming out of this, which is strange. As I'm like sitting with it, I'm like coming back to like how much I actually enjoyed this. Like this was good. Shout out to Tiff. I think she was the highlight of a lot of these spots in this match, and that Lash Legend spot was fucking amazing. Shout out to Lash Legend for performing the act of slamming her down in a way where when she landed, it looked devastating, completely safe, all bounce.
All bounce.
The only thing she got was the raw hit from the metal of the ladder, and then after that, this is why I'm leaning into Tiff. That scream of pain sold. I'm like, now come on, you know that shit didn't like really hurt the way you screamed, but you sold the shit out of that. Like it really looked like that fucking hurt her so bad. Yo, Tiff keep acting like this, man. She might win me over. She did a hell of a job in this ladder match, dude. She really did.
I thought everybody had a nice little showing. It was good stuff. Not a big fan of the multi-person ladder match, but you know what? You know what I did enjoy about this match? It had a pace. It had a little bit of a pace. If you go back and watch some of those TLC matches, the original ones, they had a pace. It's one of the reasons why I don't like a lot of the newer ones, because everyone's just trying to get off their shit as fast as possible. It's a criticism of mine. You don't have to listen to me. But I did enjoy the pace of this one. Standing firm. Still don't like them. But we have another problem, which is the interim tag. It's not much of a problem, because on the live convo, we kind of already said that's kind of why Chelsea's perfect for this. Because when Rhea comes back, she's going to need someone to bounce off of, and Chelsea Green is absolutely great for that. What a fresh opponent for Rhea Ripley, Chelsea Green. I'm ready for this program. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
But we have Tiffany Stratton, who had a very nice showing in this matchup. I just need her to have nice showings in the wrestling matches. She's an athlete. Yeah. She can do all this stuff.
An athlete, yeah, it made sense.
Jade Cargill, that's the package that it is. I don't think this is her atmosphere. She held her own. I don't think this is her atmosphere. Lash Legend is still coming up the ranks. What are we doing with Charlotte? What's happening here? Are we still feuding with Jade? I mean, where do we go from the ladder match?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think in my head. It's not really much. That's the problem with being on the roster for as long as she's been. It's like, where do you plug? It's like the Randy Orton problem. Where do you plug him? Where do you put him?
I don't know. To be honest with you, though, I just love the fact that, whether it's her choice or not, I love that she's committing to the fact that she's really not the one holding the belt. She's wrestling with the young kids. She's going out there. I actually really enjoyed the fact that she didn't have to play chaperone this match. It really didn't feel like she was the one having to save the match. It looked like everybody was playing nice and people were doing what they were supposed to. She didn't have to wrangle anybody together. It felt like she could actually participate rather than trying to gain control of what was spiraling. They were able to just kind of do the match. So I don't know. I personally am not against her just having a presence constantly. And if that turns into her getting the title again at some point, which if it does, I think the way she's building herself, she's going to get a massive response if it happens. But for right now, she's just in this pocket where she's kind of like the old head teaching the younger. She's just kind of being present. She's being active. She's being in the mix.
I don't think she's, based on how this match looked, I get the vibe. I don't think she's teaching anymore so much as she's helping with the reps.
She's guiding. She's there.
So yeah, you know what to do now. Now let's keep doing it. Me and you. Let's go again. You'll get it. Yep. Get the repetition down. That's it. You're good to go. Let's just keep it moving. Keep going. So no, it was a great showing from the ladies. No doubt about it.
It was really good. I actually was surprised how much I actually fucked with this. Yeah, it was good.
I need you to be real with me on this one.
Uh-oh.
I want your honest opinion. I'm not saying shit. I want your honest opinion about this.
Okay.
What did you think of the match? Your honest opinion.
Oh, it did what it was supposed to do.
No.
I like it. It's
did what it was
entertainment.
supposed to do.
It's entertainment, dude. If you don't like it, walk away because he is on fire right now. Everyone loves this shit. That's it. He's here, and I'm excited. I like him.
But I have the question though. We're hearing the rumors. There's some scuttlebutt. It's someone's starting to put his foot down. He's getting upset.
Oh yeah,
getting frustrated.
At what?
Dom Mysterio, But listen,
he doesn't want to be in the Clown Fest anymore.
It's not just so much the Clown Fest, but I think what I'm hearing is a lot of what I was hearing from you. For a while, he was cooking. He was one of the most over guys, man. He was doing his thing. And they're putting the kibosh on it, and he's starting to say some stuff. And I gotta tell you, I respect it. Yeah. I respect it. A lot of work and effort went into getting as over as he got. And for them to just discard it in place of not even just Liv, because it did start with Liv, but now they're using him to get everybody over. It's like, wait a minute.
Unironically, the stable that built him is starting to hurt him.
Yeah.
He is like damn near the sole survivor of that original group. And you would think he's the leader of it, considering he's the most senior person there.
Yeah.
And now he's playing bitch to Liv Morgan.
And Danhausen at this point.
He had more reps with the Rhea Ripley gang than he does now with Liv Morgan. She must make an unbelievable amount of money the way they are disrespecting Dominic Mysterio.
And now he's all over the promotional material. Triple Mania is coming back very, very soon. He's the champion of the company. He's all over the advertisements. And then this past Monday, Rey Mysterio, the general manager of AAA, bumps into Roman Reigns in the hallway or in gorilla position, tells him that he's got a proposition for him. We find out, what's today? We're recording Thursday, yesterday, Wednesday. They are announcing a tournament that's going to take place with the talent from AAA, and the winner of the tournament will face Roman Reigns in Mexico City on Monday Night Raw.
Whoa, wait a minute. LA Knight. That makes perfect sense with the whole tournament thing.
Are they going to put him in a mask too?
No, but that was the whole thing that they were going back and forth. When he walked off, he said, set up the tournament and I'll win it. He literally said that. So if you're telling me this.
Well, they said AAA talent. He's not AAA talent.
Oh, maybe. Oh, then he's going to sneak in.
That's what I said. He said they're going to have a tournament with the luchadors of AAA. Yeah. So I think he's gonna El Nido. He's gonna wear the goddamn
El Nido is crazy.
Oh man, he's got some lucha moves. That little second rope, top rope, elbow drop. He can do a little something. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Olay, baby, let's go." Olay. Hell yeah! Listen, I'm not completely opposed to Danhausen. He's hilarious, man.
You get tired of it.
Not so much tired of it. I just, with these kind of gimmicks, I said when he got here, remember we did a whole thing on him coming to WWE. And I said in this setting it works because it's sports entertainment, right? It's sports entertainment. So I get it. WWE is not exactly pro wrestling as you and I know. I get it. In this setting, I understand. I just feel like there's a ceiling. At some point, he's going to run out of opponents that he can beat without harming. And what's going to end up happening is that either he's going to start getting beat or he's going to start beating people he shouldn't be beating. And that's got me nervous. Because eventually, there's only so much enhancement talent you can throw at this guy. And when you start digging into, now you're feeding Dominic Mysterio to him, who is not an enhancement guy. He is still the champion of one of your other promotions. And as of just, it hasn't even been a full year yet where he was beating John Cena at Survivor Series. So, I don't know. He's starting to get into weird water for me.
Hey, man, stand up for yourself. I don't agree with what they're doing with him at all. Not even a little bit. I don't understand why they're doing this. Is this supposed to be like him rubbing the talent? Because I don't think he's at that part of his career where he should be having to do that.
I think that's how they're using him, and I agree with you. I don't think he's at that point in his career to be doing that. They should still be building him so that he can get to a point where he can do that.
I mean, not to say that he doesn't help people's career. I think he does. I think he can. I think he's gotten himself to that spot where, like, he's really starting to become an influence. But, like, he's in his time to shine years. I don't want to turn into the Miz yet. I want the accolades first. Let me get the accolades, and then I'll work with people. I don't understand what they're doing with him. Tell me 6 years ago that he would have been like giving people the rub, and I would have laughed at you. But today it's like, dude, just let him have his shine. He worked so hard to get here. He's the face of your promotion you just purchased, and you got him out here taking L's to Danhausen.
Too soon.
Is he the one that like, I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing.
At least he didn't get pinned. It was on a pole match, so at least there's that. There's an out there. Shout out to the gimmick people. They went with a hilarious idea that we all had. The plain white satchel bag with the dollar bill sign on the outside. Good job, guys. We were hoping for some Acme-related shit, so I'm glad you did that. I thought they would go WWE route, like a tooth or something on the bag related to the gimmick. Nope. Classic black ink dollar sign to indicate monies, human monies on the bag. So there it is. There it is.
Even Michael Cole pointed it out. Said, good job on the bag.
Michael was having a fucking time of his life during this goddamn match. Michael Cole loves him some Danhausen, boy. This guy loves him. Loves him. When you've got Michael Cole, you're figured in, brother. You're in. You're good to go. For the Intercontinental Championship, Chad Gable. We called it, baby. We called it. Has to happen, baby. This was it. Last chance. If they would have, and I spelled his name wrong, I apologize. Let's fix that while we're talking about him. But I said, hey, if I'm Chad Gable, and I I'm in the back, and they go, "Hey, Penta's going over." Okay. I have the match. I come in the back. I hand in my resignation, bro. We can't keep doing this shit. We can't keep doing this shit to me. But no, they did it. God damn it, they did it. The match itself, it was all right. Nothing crazy. It was Penta Chad Gable. You know, they did
It was
their
good.
thing.
No, it was a little short. It was a good match.
It was all right. It was all right.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
But the story of the match wasn't the actual match. As per usual, when it comes to, as you refer to them, the pessimistic group of wrestling fans, we have this amazing moment. It's an ankle lock submission.
I have a feeling you about to make me go on the other side here. Go ahead. I feel it. Go ahead.
You hit him with the leg vine. He taps out. Gable's immediate reaction to the tap out is to grab his own face. Let the emotion flow. I did it. I did it. I became the WWE Intercontinental Championship or champion. I've got the belt. Penta sees me in the corner. And I know you said a second ago, I hate all this glazing bullshit, but God damn it, what a moment. Penta comes in as a fellow warrior. As he said earlier, you are a true luchador. So in true respect, he raises the hand of the man that beat him, hands him the title. You goddamn earn it. The tears flow. It's an emotional moment. Here comes the wife, the kids, and the son with a matching singlet.
With the matching singlet.
I immediately called my son over. I was like, you see that? That's a son who loves his father. You see that?
Live up to this.
Yes.
You're letting me down.
There is a guy who has a son who truly loves and supports him. God, I wish I felt that feeling once in a goddamn while.
It would be nice.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? So, and then more people. Here comes the mom and the dad, and the whole family's in. And he's got the belt, and they've got pyro. It's a hero's celebration in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. My God, the emotion. There's people in the crowd that are weeping. Mm-hmm. What a moment. Just before the main event of the show, man, just take a time out to let it all set in. And just in case, because you had such a long, arduous match, somebody in the back said, you know what? Chad's thirsty. He needs a beverage. Someone send the mug root beer dog out there right now to hand him his beverage. And some jackwagon, some asshole off the street, no uniform, no attire of any real meaning, just some random flannel-wearing deckhead in jeans and a bulldog goddamn mask over his head, comes out with 2 cans of mug root beer, which, for the record, huge root beer guy.
I saw that. I was like, dude, I want one of those so bad.
I wanted one so bad.
Those are so...
Chad Gable gets the root beer and starts doing a Stone Cold Steve Austin. He starts chugging, and my wife and I are cracking up because Steve usually cracks actual beer. Mm-hmm. What a waste. What a shame.
What does he do with milk?
Chad Gable took beer from the root and clashed it around and took it straight to the head and threw the cans, and the goddamn dog is loving it. Yeah, he's crushing it, baby.
Yes, this level of promotion is phenomenal.
And everyone on the internet killed it. What a terrible time to bring out a mascot. But lest I remind you, remember, the historian. I take you back just a few years ago.
Okay.
WrestleMania 39. You and I sat here super excited. We were anticipating the great matchup of Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Father and son match at WrestleMania. With the package It's a blood feud. He disrespected his mom. He disrespected his sister. He took matters into his own hand, and he forced this match. He forced this issue. And he has an entrance involved with a police car. He's getting uncuffed. He's being released from prison. He's being unshackled. Rey Mysterio comes out with Snoop Dogg, Eddie Guerrero's music. We hype. This is fight night. We've been waiting for this for months. It's been built up right. Father-son match. First in WrestleMania history. And I'm glad to say that it's also brought to you by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. As Rey Mysterio daps up the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot right before he gets into this bitter feud match with his son. We've been down this path before, guys. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I know you don't like it. But it's here to stay, brother. It is here to stay. Just like now with the mat. Everybody's taking bumps. Everybody's selling. I'll beat up 2 warriors at battle. And the camera pans up and you go, oh shit, Gears of War is coming out, son. That's crazy. I forgot all about that. Thank God it was right there in the middle of that goddamn ring with these 2 people battling and reminding me. Speaking of which, I got to call the general. I've been meaning to try to get some quotes to get my insurance. I got to get the right price for my insurance while we're at it. It's here, bro. This is TKO era, baby. I didn't let it affect me. I'm happy for Chad Gable. I'm super excited that he got the individual championship. He got an opportunity to compete in the semi-main event of SummerSlam. Long gone are the days of Shorty G, my guy. It's Chad Gable as the Intercontinental Championship. This thing, okay? This thing. All right? In Minnesota, they got it. They did it. But it was his hometown. I need everybody on board.
I didn't know what the fuck that was about, but I'm sure it meant something.
It's to the beat. It's to the song. He's trying to get them to clap to the theme song that he has. Gable! Dun, 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 Gable! I'm in the middle of watching The Hawk on Netflix, Will Ferrell.
Okay.
His intro song, it's a series, it's a show.
Mm-hmm.
And the intro goes, he's the Hulk. He's the greatest golfer in the world. And that's it. That's the song. That's the whole song.
Fair enough.
That Chad Gable's theme kind of reminds me of that thing where it's like, Gable. Gable. It's like, yeah.
It's Gable.
It's fucking Gable, man. Fucking Gable. Does this hurt Penta?
No.
Does this hurt Penta?
Why would this hurt Penta? No.
I'm asking. What? I'm asking the question to the
It's a
general.
weird thought. How did we just have that conversation and get to does this hurt Penta? No, absolutely.
Because it's such a great moment for Chad that I don't want it slipped under the table that Penta had a pretty decent Intercontinental title reign. He has some defenses on Raw. He defended it on a pay-per-view. He's got a successful title defense at WrestleMania in a multi-man match, by the way. Wasn't one competitor. So I just wanted to make sure people heard the question. We weren't just out here glazing Gable. We're talking about Penta as well. Hell of a run. We'll hope to see him back on his feet soon. That's all.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still going to do some stuff. Here's my problem. You got one more. This was your last one. I do not want to fucking see your family tree in the goddamn ring again.
Oh, yeah,
I know this is. I know. Again, I was just bitching about this earlier. I know this is a thing that we're doing.
Back-to-back nights. Nick Aldis had it.
It sells. That was different. This is a one-off match that he's having. You could tell. You could kind of peek behind the curtain a little bit. See, this was something like he earned. They let him go out there and do it with someone really great. Like, we understand this was a non-canon like match. Something outside of everything else that kind of happened. Gable's on an actual active run right now. Enough with your family. Stop it. Stop bringing people into the fucking ring. I'm starting to get annoyed by it. I know this is here to stay, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it because it's part of the package, it's part of the promotion, it's part of this thing. But I think like when people say like kayfabe is dead, I don't think it is, but it feels like they're trying to kill it. And then I know they've been doing that for quite some time now, so I know this isn't anything new. But like it's getting to the point where it's just like hard to not see it. Be mad at somebody. Hate their guts. I feel like 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when all these wrestlers are doing, the behind the scene interviews that the older wrestlers are doing now, I feel like our wrestlers are going to be doing that and be like, oh my God, like I love that guy. Like it was so much fun. Like, no, tell me that the time when you punched this dude in the face in the locker room. I feel like none of that is happening. Like everyone loves each other.
There's not a lot of locker room beef anymore.
Everything is about family, and like I get it. I want to believe you don't like the guy. I feel like everyone's just having fun matches, and I know this isn't necessarily like a fun. Well, yeah, even that. Like, don't get me wrong. I get the story, but behind him being a dickhead to luchadors and him trying to tell him, like, all right, we forgive you. We see you're a different man now. I get that. That's cool, but like. You get the pass on this one, and I know they're not going to. I'm just bitching. Just stop it, fucking stop. Not here to see your family. I understand this is a moment. Do that shit at Chili's. Get off the screen. Get off the screen. Stop celebrating with your fucking in-laws in the middle of the ring.
Those were his actual parents, I think.
I thought those were his in-laws.
Is that what they said? That was the wife's parents?
If I'm wrong, then that's fine. But I'm pretty sure they said in-laws.
I might have missed it then because that's weird. Why would the in-laws be in there?
Why is anyone enough? Do like the old walk up to the side, give them a hug, a kiss, and walk to the fucking back. Do that shit back there. Stop breaking my immersion.
Long gone are the days where Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels fart in the shower at Hartford Civic Center.
Unless you're retiring, and you know why there's this moment.
You know why there's no fights backstage anymore? They got rid of all the drugs, bro. That's the problem.
We need more drugs.
Bring the cocaine back.
We need more drugs.
We need more. Listen, less protein bars. More powder backstage. You know what I'm saying? Let's really up the creative. You know what I'm saying? I bet you we're not advocating for drug use here, folks, but I'm just saying a lot of these people remember we were saying before about the promos being a shortcoming of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because of insecurity. I think it's because of overthinking, over thoughtfulness.
It's hard to do.
Put that powder in them. Put that powder in them, and watch the creativity flow. And another thing, motherfucker, they just start cutting promos. I never liked you bitch. And it's just like, oh,
yup, all that, yup. See, that's the thing. All that fucking political shit goes out the window when you're chasing the dragon. Yep.
I'm telling you, bro. Anyway, congratulations to Chad Gable. Good shit. But now we're on to the main event. The main event for the World's Heavyweight Championship. It is Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the OTC, against the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth Rollins. I said it. I was concerned because of the way that this was built at the beginning, which was this could be our last dance. This could be the last chance we have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go out there and let's do it. This entire match was wrestled between two people who knew they were doing it for the last time. You felt it. They got it all out. all the little spots they thought of years ago that they knew were really good. They brought it back. The storytelling, Seth on the rope with his back exposed, Roman with the chair, and just gets rid of the chair. It's like, I told you, I'm over it. Let's go.
His demons.
Let's
Put him aside.
Put him aside. There's a lot of up and down.
The setup was good too. The setup was good with that too.
I believe this was a good match. I think what overshadows this is everything that I had said on the live convo. I saw more of it here. The physical pounding that these two men have done to themselves is very evident. I'm starting to get almost sympathetic towards Seth. I've been doing this a long time.
He knows
I can see it. He's having trouble with mobility. It's taking everything that he can to pull off the shit that he's doing. Taking bumps through the announce table, all that stuff. He's giving up his body because it's the last match. It's his best friend. Moving forward, we will see less of this. I'm starting to see why he hasn't wrestled as much on Raw. Starting to see now why he hasn't had a ton of matches recently. He's having trouble with mobility. I'm not gonna go as far as say he can't walk. He just had a goddamn, how long was it? 33-minute match with Roman Reigns in the main event of SummerSlam. So that's not the issue. But when you look at his own social media, when you look at the off-camera footage of him, he's having trouble with his back. He's having trouble with his knees. Roman is having, I want to say, cardio issues. There's a video. I don't know if you saw it. Roman had a post-match meal. It's just him in the locker room eating McDonald's at the end of the match. He's just eating McDonald's. And he's exhausted. This, because of the medication, because of everything that he's doing to literally function, it's taking a lot out of him each time. And they just put on a main event match in front of the world that was dope, but being shown the aftermath kind of it saddens me a little bit. So I have a hard time sitting here going, well, it wasn't the match I thought it was going to be because of that. I put this match in the category of exception to rule. I in my mind,
was it a bad match?
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't their speed. It wasn't what it didn't look like one of their old matches. It was a good match, but I can see the mobility problems. I can see the sluggishness. I can see they took way more let it breathe moments than they used to, right? So it's like we know we have to slow it down, but we don't want to lose momentum. So let's come up with spots that are big so we have an excuse to take our time as opposed to speeding through things the way we used to. When we used to kind of try to outmaneuver one another, out-trick somebody. Now it's tit for tat, boom. Roman picks up Seth Rollins. He puts him through an announce table. That gives him a minute. He picks up Seth. Seth cuts him off. He puts Roman through the other table. That gives him a minute. It's all break spots to where it's all like catch up. Okay, here comes the finish. It's a spear into this. I'm going to dodge that. They did the absolute best match they could possibly do here and now in their current physical state. So I salute them. I don't think it was a bad match at all. I just don't feel like it felt like the matches of old. Even if they weren't injured, they're obviously 10 years older. It was never going to be 2016 Roman and Seth.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get extremely worried for their physical well-being. So I say exception. I don't care what happened in this match. It's a good match. Congrats. As I said on the live podcast, when we did the live convo, I don't need a hug. I don't need a handshake. I need this match to end. I need a nod of approval. Hey, man, good shit. Let's go on our separate ways. It's going to put over the young guys mode now. And I didn't expect the Shield bump. That was a nice touch. They did something to what I said I was hoping to see. They kind of nodded and gave each other the fist bump, and they went their fucking separate ways. So that's it. That's the last chapter of the Shield. We'll never see anything close to it ever again. And now they both go into build the next generation mode, and then eventually, I don't want to put the voodoo out there, but if Seth survives 2027, I'd be surprised. And I don't mean hurt. I just mean him waking up one day going, I don't think I want to do this no more. Just say,
kids, man, you got kids. You need some of that body left for them.
Yeah, he's made his money. That shouldn't even be an issue for him.
For them, it's not about money. To get to that level, you don't make shit.
No, I know.
This is just a nice thing to have after all your hard work. But
no, I get it.
I know how hard it is to walk away from shit like that, dude. Just let your kids have some of you, man. Some of you. They're young too. Those are new babies they got, dude. So, yeah, you can see it.
So I'm assuming you thought, because you say what was wrong with it. I'm assuming
I thought it was a great. I mean,
yeah.
I've gotten used to the speed of Roman, and I am on record stating ever since 40, Seth can do no wrong. So I don't even if he fucks up, I don't see it. Okay, it's not my fucking respect. So I thought it was perfectly fine. I mean, to point out,
he fucked up. Who? Well.
Who? What match? Nah, here. No, you must be talking about Dean Ambrose. They said his name, by the way, which I thought it was weird. But anyway,
well, they were doing his shit.
I get it. Don't say, keep my name out your mouth. Unless you paying me, keep my name out your mouth.
I promise you, that's how he felt.
I'm sure he did.
Just keep. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, don't say my name.
Legendary on their own. You don't need to drag me into any of that shit. I'm over here doing my thing. Leave me the fuck out of it.
But
he's petty like that.
100. Bro. I get that vibe from him. That's for sure. Yeah. But I thought the match was fine. It's kind of like I almost don't even want to hear you say those things, because then you're getting close to the end of an era. You know what I mean? And when the era,
Steve said that. Remember, I was like, the Hell in a Cell with Triple H and The Undertaker, the end of an era match. This felt like the end of an era.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because my point is, when the era ends and it ain't your era, right? You just made a good point. You made an excellent point. I'm a little too, I wouldn't say they're my era, but that's a little too close to home for them to be packing it up. You know what I'm saying?
Because you were a full-grown adult when they started.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna put myself in their era, but I'm close enough to where I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You guys should be young and spry. You know what I'm saying?
Young and spry is funny.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Seth just turned 40 in May.
Okay, so yeah, they actually kind of are my age then.
And Roman is 41. I'm older than both of them.
Yeah, you're older than both.
And they're on the verge of retirement.
On the verge to be out. So that's crazy. It's crazy.
And here I am toughing it out with a goddamn.
Yeah, look at you trying to get the respect like Cody.
My tooth turned heel. That's what it was. But that's all right. When they pull this bitch out, I'm gonna stare right in their face and go, you know what? I respect you. You know, you were a good tooth up until you did that to me. You were a good tooth, the best tooth.
All those years. I'm not gonna hate you for this.
I'm gonna have a montage of all the pizza I've eaten and then all the sandwiches.
Yeah, right.
You got a pat on the back, baby. Good job, tooth.
Oh man.
The dentist lets you. I want to know if they let me keep it. I'll keep it. The other guy just fucking chucked it. I don't know where the fuck those teeth went.
They gone.
But anyway, they been gone. Where gone? We smooth now. It's all gone. All right, so that's the main event of SummerSlam. We are done here with the aftermath. We are back next week with the third part.
Yes.
of TNA.
Bullshit.
But that will be the only wrestling portion. After we do aftermaths, we take a little bit of a break on the wrestling stuff. I have a ton of shit that's happened recently that I've been dying to talk about, but we haven't had the time because SummerSlam was all around that same time. Fuck the Grammys. We'll get on that. My boys are standing tall. We're going to stand on that. They're not standing alone. That's why we're going to have this conversation with the award shows. Suck my dick, award shows. That's what I say. More on that next week when you guys come back. We'll listen to all that stuff. I got to do it to you, bro. I've given you the reprieve. It's been about 3 weeks. We got to do Hall H. I got to talk about that Marvel shit. I'm sorry. It happened. It went down. So many announcements. So many cool things that you have to talk about.
Hall H?
Yes. So, you know what? You never heard of Hall H before?
No.
Okay, so Hall H is the big, when they do Comic-Cons, especially San Diego Comic-Con is like the big Comic-Con. Hall H is the big theater that they host some of the biggest announcements of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel, DC, other of this, just whatever big company decides they want to rent it for the big event. Marvel does it when they ever have big events, and they announce some huge shit moving forward for the MCU and for Marvel that we have to get into because there's some hilarious. We have a new Ghost Rider, and the fact that we got that through hilarious means is going to be something fun to talk about because this Ryan Gosling willed this shit into existence, dude. He made this shit happen through sheer willpower. We're gonna talk about it all next week. And before we sign off, quick update. I am officially on season 2.
Oh God.
Episode 4.
Okay.
Of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I got through the first book. I took that ride. I'm now entering into the second season.
Okay.
We're starting off hot and heavy.
Okay.
The sister's kicking some ass.
Okay.
She's
starting to develop some skill.
Yeah, she's a true heel. I felt like the father in the first season he was a bit of a dickhead, but we didn't get like enough of him. We followed Zuko a lot.
Right.
We didn't really see a lot of the dad. We're getting a shit ton of sister in this one. So I'm like, all right, we're starting to see real heel tactics here. Okay. Yes. And I'm only on episode 4, but she seems pretty pissed at Aang. Right off rip. She went and got some old friends to go after the uncle and the brother, but then she got her ass kicked by Aang, and she was like, hell no. Hell no.
This will not
Hell
stand.
no. This will not stand. Hell no. And the most devious part is that her and the other 2 people are talking about the fact that she wants to fuck up Aang, but they're walking and she's being carried. So I'm like, yeah, this is gangster. Could I also, I don't know if this is a niche thing, but there was a comment made on this show that made me uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it now. I'll leave it for next week because I want to record it and I want to ask you about it because it made me very uncomfortable. I'm not going to be able to quote it verbatim. I might mess it up. But the sister met up with an old friend who's like an acrobat or something like that. I forgot her name. I only just got introduced to her today, so I don't have it committed to memory. But it was something about an aura or something that, I like being here by something. It's never been pinker. And then she was just like, she responded as a, yeah, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it to you
as a young man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I caught that part.
You probably just overlooked it. I'm gonna record it and send it to you so you have an idea of what we're talking about. But it was a weird moment. So I just have to say, I'm taking the ride. I'm still watching.
Okay. All right.
I'm still struggling. But we're picking up. I want to watch all this because I feel like I'm going to really enjoy that new movie that they got.
Okay. All right. But you got to have the lore. You got to have the passion for
That's
character.
why I'm still watching this.
When they develop, in my opinion, my biased opinion, when they start to develop where you're starting to get to, it starts to, I don't know, they still have their quirky jokes, but like, to me, I understand it like moves out of that kiddish vibe, and there's more like sophisticated story being told, which might make it.
You said that last time. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah,
still making jokes.
Maybe it's nostalgia talk.
But no, and I had my first proud Avatar moment.
Oh yeah,
I was scrolling on my phone, just watching videos. I'm just chilling in bed.
That made sense.
And there was a clip from the live action.
Okay.
And it was when Zuko fought Katara the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And she like hit him with that like ice wall or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. I saw the clip on the live action and I went, I got that reference. I know that reference. I saw that one. I know that one. Okay. All right. I felt better about what I was watching because I'm like, I'm starting to get.
Yeah, the problem is the more you know, the more the live action starts to like.
Can I ask this? Is Toph in season 2?
Of what? The live action?
No. Of the Endbender, the animated.
Yeah, book 2. She's in book 2.
Okay, because I
believe
Bulmy? Is it Bulmy?
Yes.
I met Bulmy. Uh-huh. He seeked out Bulmy to teach him earthbending.
And he said
but
no.
He said no, it's not time for that yet. You got to find somebody else. Mm-hmm. And I thought in my head, is that somebody else? Toph? Is that eventually where we're headed? Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm anticipating Toph in season 2. You are not the only person that knows that I'm doing this. Every person that I have spoken to about this has said, wait till you get to Toph. Yep. So I'm like, all right, is she coming in season 2? Because that's where I'm at.
You're very, very close.
Okay.
You're very close.
Because I'm telling you, this is a tough watch.
I hate that it's one of those things where because I know what it feels like to be on that other side, and just you can like damn near you can everything you're saying don't line up to what I'm experiencing, and I feel like you're overselling it here. I get it, but once she's there, I don't know. You may fucking hate her. Who knows? But
I definitely don't hate her because I've seen clips of her already, and I'm excited. Because I like the clips, but I'm trying to see now.
And I will concede to the fact that I know you're not a big person that worries too much about spoilers. Like you're very good at knowing something is coming and still being able to appreciate the moment for what it is. So I don't feel so bad talking about it, but I do know that there is a little bit of guilt of inside of me because of me. I got to experience Toph without knowing she was coming. And I think that's what made her even more special. Because if someone was saying the things I'm saying to you, to me, when I saw her, I think I'd still like her, but I don't know if it hit the same. But again, you're different. So I don't feel as bad.
I know she's coming, and I'm super excited for it. It's what's helping me power through this right now. But it's just all right. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm waiting for you to see her in action. That's it.
Okay,
just her.
That's it.
Attitude, everything, dude. She's amazing.
Let's go.
Best anime character, hands down.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right, guys. That's episode 366. We did our aftermath. We're back next week with some other topics. My trip's coming up. Hopefully this will get all fixed tomorrow. You know what? I'll post something on social media and let you guys know how this whole thing went tomorrow. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what we figure out. So thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for sharing. And of course, thank you guys for enjoying this episode.
Like drop. Wait a minute. This is too much. cooking it like a pro. Wrap it up, everybody. Show's over.